All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, what it do, baby? It is your boy Pride, joined by Amon and Baker. I'm sorry, Dustin. Amon, how you feel today?
I just watched RJ Barrett bank one home, so not that great.
The instant I saw it was closing, I said, "Fuck, I don't want to deal with it." I didn't even see the game winner because I knew I knew as long as there's oxygen in the world, the water is wet, and that a bullet to your heart will kill you. I knew we were losing that game.
Yeah.
So,
as soon as we went down, I said game over. It was like still a minute 30 left. My dad's like, "What do you mean game over?" I just said, "I promise you, we're not winning this basketball game." And it just happened.
I feel like we just tried to lose. Swear to God.
Yeah.
We're tanking, but we're not tanking. Make it make sense, bro.
It's just
depressing. It is depressing. Dustin, how you feeling, bro?
It's the weekend. I'm sick and tired of looking at snow, so I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend. It's all I got right now.
What a time to be alive, man. What a time. Oh, my God. That game gets me so tight, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Simon Angels, good morning. How are you? We got a lot to talk about today. First thing I want to talk about, I want to get this out the way. Alabama, Georgia. They're billing this as the rematch. I don't know about y'all. The instant you start telling me this is like a rematch, I immediately tune out. I don't like it like that. Because if that's what you need to like, if you need to like use that to carry this game, you're kind of screwed. But then again, I could be bugging. Amon, Georgia, Bama, who you got?
I haven't really changed. I think it's still going to be Alabama. I don't trust Georgia's offense all that much. I know Stetson Bennett played a lot better against Michigan. They pulled out a couple of trick plays, and Bama's defense is a little banged up. They don't have John Mechie, which was a big factor of them winning the SEC championship game. The SEC championship game. I get that. But I just still think Bama, they just have that mental block over Georgia. I just don't think Georgia's going to really come into it. They're going to come out swinging. I think they're going to miss a couple big punches, and Bryce Young is just going to be a surgeon back there and get things done. So it's going to be Bama to beat Georgia. It's going to be close. Has a very Texas A&M Bama feeling from earlier this year. But I think Bama still gets it done.
Okay. Dustin, do you agree with mine?
I'm on the Georgia bandwagon on this one. Georgia, to me, is just too good of a team to lose twice to Alabama, regardless how good Alabama is, regardless what they did to them in the SEC title game. That's not the same Georgia team that played their other 13 games. And Kirby Smart, he's a Nick Saban assistant. He knows a lot of what Nick Saban likes to do in games like this. I just think he has something maybe for Nick Saban that Nick Saban hasn't seen yet, that it's going to kind of be maybe a trick play that they pull out that could be the difference in the game. Like you said, it's got kind of that Texas A&M feel where it's going to be a back and forth game. And I think ultimately it could come down to a trick play on Georgia's end that actually could be the difference.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Georgia. I think what happened when they first lost to Alabama, I don't think it was really them getting exposed. I look at that more as a reality check for them. I just think that a lot of the stuff that they did wrong, first of all, Georgia came out lazy. Let's just be honest. And if you come out lazy against any Nick Saban-led college team, it's going to be a long day. So I'm going to go with Georgia. I'm with you, Amon, with it being a close game. But I do think, to Dustin's point, we're going to see something different. And you're going to have to, because when you play against a guy like Nick Saban, you can't just come with the same stuff and expect to win. You're going to need to try to spice it up a little bit here and there just to keep him a little bit on his heels. I think Georgia does it. I think Georgia gets the win. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Georgia made some, like I said, in the first matchup, they made some critical mistakes. Mistakes that they frankly, that we've never seen them really do. Like, if you really think about it, up until that Bama game, that they did not play Georgia football. It was bizarre. It was so weird. It's like the one time you're supposed to play Georgia football, you choose not to. It was so perplexing, so bizarre. The play calling just was really weird to me. And like I said, they still had their chances. They just blew it. So coming into here, I think Georgia, coming into the college playoff, the championship game, I think Georgia learned their lesson. I think they're looking more along the lines of, okay, let's see, we did X, Y, and Z wrong. Now we're going to switch it. Instead of doing that, we're going to do A, B, and C. You know what I mean? Like, because again, this Alabama offense, they're not invincible. Like, they got holes in their offense, and they can be stopped, Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. But there is that potential here that, you can force Bryce Young into a bad throw here and there. Like, for instance, against Cincinnati, there was a crucial stretch in the game. I think it was like in the end of the second quarter where Bryce Young did not look good. He looked average at best. And why? They were pressuring him, and he could not deal with that pressure. He couldn't deal with it. Now, maybe if Georgia can incorporate some of that in there, maybe they have an opportunity. Perhaps. We'll see how it goes. But I do believe Georgia learned their lesson. I believe they're going to make the proper adjustments, and I think they're going to come out with the win. Aman, do you believe that the first matchup, do you think that's going to have any impact on this game? Or are you in the camp that says it doesn't matter if they play week 1, week 50, week 1,000,000, Alabama was just going to beat Georgia this year?
No, I think it definitely plays a role. I think every time you play a team, it plays a role in what you do. And I think Georgia's going to come out hungry. I think they're going to come out swinging. And that's kind of what's bringing me towards the Bama side, because I think Stetson Bennett is going to try to do some stuff he usually doesn't do. He's going to try to stretch the ball. They're usually very good just getting the ball out to Brock Bowers and letting him do the damage. I feel Stetson Bennett's going to try to push the ball downfield, and it's not something we've seen from him. And I don't know if he can do that in this type of situation against a Bama, Nick Saban defense, who, again, not historically great, but still comes up clutch when they need to. I just feel that little extra pressure, because everyone after that championship, after the SEC championship, was like, oh, well, start JT Daniels. Don't go Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett's not going to win you the game. I think he's going to try to change that narrative, try to push the ball downfield, try to do something different, and it's just going to hurt Georgia. And again, when I say it's that Texas A&M feel, I think it's going to be low scoring, close, a slug out kind of deal where both quarterbacks kind of get beat up a little bit. The offenses don't look too fluent. And it's going to be a very, again, I think, 20 points could go and win you this game. So I think that Stetson Bennett's going to try to force an issue, and that's going to really be the difference in the game. And I think Bama comes away with the win just because of that mental block that's going to be on Stetson Bennett.
So obviously there is that potential mental block on Bennett. However, on the flip side, Dustin, it is a potential that mental block in his eyes is just the motivation for him to go out there and really just throw for 4 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. So to Aman's point, is it possible that the fact that people want JT Daniels starting over him, do you think that that's going to impact the way that Daniels plays in this championship game? Or do you think that he has enough confidence in himself and enough poise that he'll just ignore all of that and just do what it takes to win?
I think he has enough confidence and poise to ignore that side of things, but there's another thing to take into consideration that he might not be able to ignore, and we have to look at the Oklahoma quarterback transferring, that Williams. If he ends up at Georgia next year, which a lot of people think he will, Stetson Bennett and Daniels are out of a job next year. They're not going to start over that Williams guy, so at this point, you got a guy in Stetson Bennett who's most likely trying to basically re-win the job in this game just to prevent Kirby Smart from going after that Williams guy to make that team better. The way I look at it, though, if you look at the first 12 games that Georgia played, they relied on their defense 100%. Yes, their offense was great, but it was the defense that won, like that everyone was talking about all year. They jumped out to that 10-0 lead on Alabama, and typically when they have like a 10-0 lead, the game's over. So I think watching that Alabama game, they trusted their defense a little bit too much, I think, and the offense, I want to say, took their foot off the gas a little bit. trying to be like, hey, we're in this position every single week. This is nothing new to us. And then once Alabama got into that rhythm, it was hard for them to kind of get back to playing the defensive football they like to play. If they get an early lead on Alabama this time, whether it's 7 points, whether it's 10 points, they're not going to take the foot off the gas this time because they're going to realize what happened in that SEC title game, basically saying this Alabama offense is not like anybody else we faced. They can score against us, so we know that we need to score just to make sure we stay in front of them. And that alone, I think, is going to be a difference too. You're going to see a much more aggressive offense the entire game as opposed to the first game, which everybody could see it. Once they got up 10-0, it seemed like Kirby Smart got less aggressive with the play calling, just trying to rely on his defense too much. And once Alabama got in that rhythm, then you saw Georgia trying to get aggressive again, and at that point, it was too late.
Yeah. And look, this is going to be a very interesting game because, look, I can see a world where Alabama wins, and I can also see a world where Georgia wins. And it's weird because if we're going to be honest, this is how I feel. I don't think the winner of this game is not going to come by talent on the field. I think it's going to come through mentality and adjustments. That's what I think it's gonna come down to. Because when you get to this situation, and it's more so for Georgia because you already lost to this team. And again, I'm one of the people who believe this. Alabama fans just can't accept this. But they didn't really beat Georgia that night. Like, that was a completely different team. Now, I'm not saying to discredit the loss, but you need to take that into consideration because if they played their best and you beat them, this is a whole nother conversation. That Georgia team, I don't know who the fuck they were. That shit might as well have been UConn, brother. Like, they were horrible in every aspect. So Georgia needs to come out and make sure they make the proper adjustments. And Alabama needs to come out with that mentality of understanding, A, we're not going to pretend we're underdogs. They need to stop that shit right now. Because every time I see them, bro, we were underdogs in Cincinnati. I'm like, okay, you need to go take an IQ test right goddamn now. And then 2, they need to make sure they don't let that win over Georgia hype their heads up too much. They can't do that. They got to be careful. Because if you already think it's going to be cake, you're going to blink your eyes and all of a sudden you're down by 3 touchdowns. And by the time they start getting cooking, all of a sudden, it's late in the third quarter. And now you're screwed because, you scored 2 touchdowns. They kicked 3 field goals. Now you're still screwed. Because now you don't have no time on you. You got no time is not on your side. So it's going to be very interesting. Again, I got Georgia. That was Bishop Sycamore, Georgia. Dog, call it whoever you want to call it, dog. That I don't know what the hell was going on with Georgia.
It's funny. It's funny that you said that too. That's why another reason why I'm not putting a lot of stock in that first meeting, because you look at that first meeting, that was probably one of the better games, if not the best game Alabama has played all year for like a full 60 minutes. And on the flip side, that was the worst game that Georgia played all year for a full 60 minutes. Fast forward a month to the FBS semifinals, that may have been Alabama's worst game they've played all year outside of their loss to Texas A&M. Well, Georgia, that may have been one of their more complete games they played all year because Michigan was no slouch of an opponent and Georgia made them look bad. If Georgia put forth that effort in the SEC title game against Alabama, Alabama might win that game, but it's not by the score it was that first time around. So being that that's kind of the position that both these teams are in, nobody even knows like what to expect because both teams have looked drastically different in their last 2 games. Alabama went from looking really well to kind of average at best against Cincinnati, even though they still won. Georgia went from looking terrible to looking amazing against Michigan. So who knows how these teams are going to show up on Monday and what we're going to see out of them.
Yeah. And again, all that stuff matters. All that stuff has to really be put into consideration. And like I said, I'm telling this right now. You need to be careful. If you're Alabama, you need to be careful. You need to be smart. Do not let that win over in the race. You cannot let that get to your head. Because once that happens, to Dustin's point, coming off a very, very all-around good win, I'm talking about Georgia. They had an all-around solid win over Michigan. All-around solid. I'm talking about when I was watching that game, it was very difficult for me. If I were to say anything bad about what Georgia did, I would have to be nitpicky. Like, let's be honest, you would have to be nitpicking. When it comes to Alabama, they had a good game. Let's not get it twisted. But there were times that we need to also take into consideration. Cincinnati sold the hell out of that game. Let's be honest, because Cincinnati had every opportunity, and you can either make the argument maybe the moment was too big for Cincinnati, maybe the plays didn't fall right, whatever the case may be. When it was time for the rubber to meet the road, they ran out of gas. And also, there have been very important stretches where defensively they made Bryce Young look very average at best. That he looked uncomfortable, he looked nervous, and again, if I'm Georgia, I look at that and go, I'm not gonna blitz every time, but maybe that's something we should consider. Third downs, maybe we should start trying to go for it. Hell, maybe even first on second down, make it like 3rd and 15, 3rd and 17, and then try to make them beat us with the deep ball. I mean, you got a whole bunch of, so it's going to be very interesting. Georgia needs to learn. Like I said, all this stuff right here is, the game is going to be determined before the first whistle. Georgia needs to learn from their mistakes, and Alabama needs to make sure they 110% do not get too cocky. Zach, I wear a blue polo one goddamn time. One goddamn time. And all of a sudden, I'm Nationwide Pride.
Nationwide is on your side.
Oh, my God. So, Zach, you got Bama? All right. T, before we move on, we're talking about Georgia, Alabama. Who you got winning?
Oh, that's it, man. You can't go against Saban, man. I can give you all the statistics that make sense, but at the end of the day, going against Saban doesn't make any sense. So you just know he's going to win it. Yeah, it's Saban.
I feel you. And then someone asked, if Georgia loses again, could they be called frauds? No.
Second,
no, because they're in the championship game.
And you lose to Bama, like it's not. You know what I mean? You didn't lose to Eastern Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, it doesn't even matter. To be honest with you, but it doesn't matter. They could have lost to which one? I think was it Army or Navy? Which one of them is like under 500? I think it's Navy.
Navy, yeah.
Yeah, they in the championship game they could lose to Navy.
Right.
It don't matter. It don't matter who you lose to, only because you're in the championship game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I'm not going to go as far as to call them frauds. But if they lose here, people are going to look at Georgia next year. They're going to look at them not disrespectfully, but they're going to look at them like a little, That's how they're going to start looking at them. Before we move on, T, how you feeling today, bro?
Good. I'm actually celebrating my fantasy football victory in both leagues, so I'm drinking mimosas today.
Woo!
Here's that.
We about to see Liddy
Big
T,
living,
bro.
big living.
T about to be lit, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what's it called? I'm in a fantasy football league, and it's kind of funny. All of a sudden, when I win, winning don't matter. It's so bizarre.
Isn't that crazy how that works?
It's so bizarre, bro. Week 5, I was undefeated, right? Week 5, I didn't say nothing. I was like, you know what? It don't matter because again, it's only week 5, right? I had bozos screaming, "Oh yeah, I'm nice at fantasy football." I had one dude say, "Yep, I got my first win. Here I am in the playoffs." I ain't saying none of that, right? Destroy the playoffs, bro. Not even close. Utterly destroy everyone in my path. Brother, call me Thanos because I snapped everyone out the playoffs, boy. And
you were inevitable.
All of a sudden, I open up the group chat and it's just like fantasy football. All of a sudden, is horrible. I'm like, interesting.
Dude, who are your first 2 picks? I'm curious.
I'm gonna tell you my entire lineup.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you my entire lineup because hold on. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna tell you my entire lineup. What's going on?
They're ready for your lineup. They're excited.
Yeah. So here's how it went. Here, okay. All right. So
Russell Westbrook turned it over. LeBron's mad.
So On my bench, I had Russell Wilson, and then he got injured, so I had to bench him for a while. However, I prepared for it.
Okay.
But I had him. I had Justin Jackson on my bench, the backup from
LA.
LA.
Chargers. Yeah.
Which, woo! I had Curtis Samuel, who this year was a definition of a bust. I didn't think he was going to be that bad. And the Seahawks defense, and I had Brandon Cook, and I had him on my IR. So this was my starting lineup for my championship game. Joe Burrow at quarterback.
Oh, that's it.
There it is. Over. You don't need anybody else.
You don't have to say anything else.
He probably had Jamar Chase too. Watch him have Jamar Chase as well. That would be the kill. No way.
No one else mattered. You could have started two people.
You could have said everybody else. You could have cut everyone and just played those two and still won the game.
Which is funny, honestly. Because the dude I played, he only scored like 96 points. So if I had Joe Burrow, if I had Jamar Chase, and who scored my least amount? Antonio Brown, because I had Antonio Brown. If I had just them, I'm winning. But wait, there's more.
That was such
So
a
I had
game.
Joe Burrow, Austin Eckler, Najee Harris, Antonio Brown, Jamar Chase, Dawson Knox, Hunter Renfrow, Daniel Carlson, and the Patriots defense.
Who's letting you get these? Who's drafting in your league, bro?
Did you draft first, second, third, and fourth?
I was middle.
Like, what?
I was middle. I was like middle of the pack. I think it was like I was like middle, like the whole time.
It's like a
And I'm
13
seeing
league.
them pick stuff. And I'm like, yeah, dog, y'all know nothing about football. Some dude, I swear to God, this is real life. This is real life. And like when we're doing the draft, somebody really was out there and they left Joe Mixon up there. They left Joe Mixon and took Trevor Lawrence because, quote, I think the potential of Trevor Lawrence is better. I'm like, son, you don't know fantasy football. Go give me the juice.
Wow.
All right, LeBron. But yeah, that's what someone told me with a straight face. Who was my first pick? Hold on. I'm about to tell y'all who my first pick was. So I'm pretty sure I can go back.
That's probably
I
Russ.
picked
right?
Trevor Lawrence over Joe Mixon.
No, I didn't take a quarterback first.
Wow.
I don't think I did anyway. Did I? I might have. No, I didn't. No. And by the way, I only did 3 moves in the whole season. I only did 3 moves. Because one of them was like, oh, it's all about adjustment. I'm like, well, not necessarily. Because if you draft your plan, your team accordingly, your adjustments are the guys on your bench.
Yeah.
No.
As long as no one gets hurt.
So I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, well, no, but that's why I did my bench. So they were like, nah, bro, you can't do it. I'm like, how much you want to bet? I was like, I guarantee I'll do 3 moves this entire season. They were like, bet. I did 2 the first day just to spite somebody. I dropped Curtis Samuel just to pick him back up. And I was like, bet, I only got 1. Now what we doing? And then the only other one I did, I dropped, who did I drop? I had dropped somebody for Justin Jackson because Austin Eckler, I think a couple weeks ago, was on the COVID list. So when that happened, no one picked up Justin Jackson. I was like, yeah, y'all don't watch football. I'm like, and I mean this with all due disrespect. Y'all don't watch football. Let's see. All right, yeah. So I had 10. So I drafted 10.
How could you?
That's why I just do the weekly fantasy stuff and change my team every week.
Damn, it won't tell me
Where do
what
you
I
do
got
the
first.
weekly fantasy? Is it like drafting?
So I actually have an app on my phone called Fantasy Spin.
Okay.
And what it is for basketball, hockey, baseball, football, you can pick like a different team every day.
Nice.
And it spins it via slot machine style. So you have a quarterback, 2 receivers, 2 running backs, a flex, a defense, and a special teams, and a tight end, and it'll just spin it via slot machine style, and then you can pick any 6 players that you want, and then the last 2 are going to be all random after that, and then you don't play for money, you just play for like in-game chips.
Yeah.
So the better you do, the more chips you get. I'm at like 785,000 chips right now, and for me, it's like
Sorry, did you say 1,000 at the end of that?
I was ready to stop it.
785,000 right now.
780,000.
And it's like $1,000. It's like $1,000 an entry per league that I do. So I used to do like 2 or 3 different teams a day.
That is awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
nah, dog. It was funny, bro. And it was like, dog, football fantasy is funny, bro. It's cool until you're a loser.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's just, yeah, bro. And I wasn't even trying to be toxic. I almost said good game. Almost. But I was like, nah, fuck them.
Pride, I really want to buy this, but I'm not buying it at all. I
that
don't
what?
think you were trying to say good game.
No, I really was. No, because
Like you
some of
smirked the whole
guys, I
time, like,
them.
yeah, y'all did all right.
I mean, I like some of those guys. I do, you know. Others of them are bitches that fucking love to talk shit, and then you say something back, they run to their sister. But some of them are cool. Like the dude I played the championship game, his name is Jace. Love him. I love him. Dope as hell. I love him. The guy who ran the whole thing, Joe, I love him. That's my dude right there. 100%. Then there's me. And then everyone else, I don't know. I mean, I guess Sean's cool too. You know, he's a cool dude. I like him. But everyone else, no, Isaiah, he's cool too. Everyone else, fuck him. Listen, it's hard to be a winner. It's hard. It's hard to be a winner. It's hard to be a champion.
I feel like if we were in the same fantasy league, I would be so depressed if I lost to you because I feel like I'd have to hear it for an entire year.
No. I'm not like that. The only time I've ever liked that is if you was talking shit. That's it.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're like, all right, bro, look, good game, you know, this is how I expect my team. Like, if we have a debate, but if you go, yeah, I'm gonna stomp you and I win, I'm gonna be like, LOL. I'm gonna be like, hey, yo, what up, Stomps? Oh, like I stopped in the championship. Oh, my bad. I'll be so corny. But
I just sent you guys all that link for that thing I played too, by the way.
Oh yeah, I got it. After the show, I'm gonna get on that because that's gonna be crazy. Do they have other sports too?
Basketball, hockey, baseball, and golf. So and then football, obviously. So I just sent everybody here the link for it.
Awesome, thanks.
But yeah, dog. It was funny, bro. I as soon as I picked up Jamar Chase, everyone got mad at me. They were like, "Yeah, bro, you're an idiot." I'm like, and it's funny because I said, "Well, where the mommy? He's gonna give me a 50 bean. Watch." And they were like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah." So they gonna give me a 50 bean, and everyone was got mad when I said that. And lo and behold, do you smell the dubs we cooking? God damn, bro. And again, I'm not toxic, T. I'm not toxic. What's up, Ron? How you feeling, bro?
Said no toxic person ever.
No, but you didn't let me finish. I'm not toxic unless you're toxic to me. By the way, David says, "Pride, did you have the Pats punter in your fantasy league?" No, but I almost did because I saw a video in the beginning of the year where this dude last year destroyed his entire. He went undefeated because he had a punter. He literally picked one of the worst teams, drafted their punter, and like destroyed everyone. I guess it's like a point for every 3 yards they punt the ball. You get like an additional 5 if it's like.
Is that a thing?
Dude,
I don't think I've ever played a fantasy league with a punter.
Yeah, I've never.
Neither have I. But then this dude did it. And he was like, "Yo, you guys gotta check it out."
I'm sorry, you said a point every 3 yards he punts?
Yes, it's like,
Stupid.
and then if it's a touchback, you lose 5. Bro, the way he was, it was wild. And he said it's a default thing. He said it's default, so it's not like he tweaked anything. I was like, no way. I was like, I don't believe it. He was like, yeah, bro. I was like, yeah, no, I don't believe it. I almost did it. And he said he put the punter at the flex.
Jeez, I'd replace Jamar Chase with the punter if that was the scoring system.
That's what I'm saying, dog. But man, let me just do it one more time. By the way, I didn't even tell you how to find a score. This is how disrespectful I was. So it was projected to be 119.42 to 111.06. So this is going to be a close game. Like I said, the dude scored 96.96 points. I had 191.44 points. And like a huge chunk was Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. Dawson Knox gave me 0 points.
Did he get hurt?
No. He got targeted twice and doesn't know how to catch.
Oh, yeah. Well, Josh Allen also threw like 3 picks. He was terrible.
Like the children say in the streets. Bleep them. I can't curse no more because I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get yelled at. Oh, man, what a time to be alive. All right, let me ask y'all a question real quick. Before this slips my mind. Did y'all hear that new Zion Williamson news?
Nah, what was
y'all
it?
Hear? Hey, yo. My guy cannot control his eating. They sent this man deep to Portland to do his rehab.
Wait, what?
I'm going to say that one more time. The New Orleans Pelicans sent this dude to Portland, Oregon to do his rehab.
They don't have beignets over there, so he should be fine.
Just stay away from this Louisiana food, man.
And that Dewey sausage is serious.
Beignets, and then he's going to have to graduate to
Ron,
seafood
I'm
now.
not that toxic. Now, if you bring it out of me, that's a different story, right? But you got to bring it out of me. Fred Word, what it do, 100%.
Ron, I'm glad you confirmed it. I was just guessing, and I'm glad you just confirmed it.
Look here.
Right. If somebody has to explain how they're toxic, but they're a little toxic, but not toxic all the time, it's
I hate you, Ron.
If they have different levels to the toxicity, then it's a problem.
No, it's not different levels. It's just if you're mean to me, I'm gonna be mean back. That's
Ron, you need to change your name to Corey for me next time you come on here. You really do.
I gotta go hear this, Corey.
All right, so this is what they said. Hold on, I'm trying to find the quote.
Like Pride is the adult version of "he hit me first."
Not even. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, no, because no, you're right. You got a team. You got that one. So this is the quote. This is the quote, right? This is real life. Says we notified everyone on December 16th of his latest imaging, and he referring to Zion. It was decided then by our medical team to dial his rehab back to only partial weight bearing activities. He continues along that path. We also agreed that in order to put Zion in the best position to succeed. Oh man. He will rehab away from the team at this time so he can focus on the task at hand. Now, that just means he's fat, right? I mean, let's just get the elephant out the room. Because, and I know this is harsh. I get it. But when they say we need to put Zion in the best position to succeed, then they kick you out the state. That's almost as bad as what they did to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard got whole version deported. He got deported, bro. You're in Portland, Oregon, which is like that state is on the border, brother. So that's the closest thing you get to tell me you're deported without being deported. I'm almost positive Zion was like, I hate it here. And David Griffin was like, all right, bye. Aman, Zion now rehabbing in Portland. What's going on with your mans?
I have no idea. I've met the dude too, man. I have a picture with him on my phone. I used to work at a gas station in Durham, and I met him. Like he walked in there when he was a freshman.
What did he buy out of curiosity? Like when he was cashing out?
I don't want to say it now because it feels real bad now what he bought. Looking back on it.
Snack time. Yeah. Hold on. Let me ask you something. Does he walk like that in real life?
Yeah. No, he does. He does kind of walk like. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. He does kind of. He's super nice. Like, he's super nice, dude. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, he does kind of walk a little funny. But man, it's gotten into a bad situation down there in New Orleans. If they think, okay, we got to get you out of here. You're our main attraction, and we got to get you out of here. We got nothing else here in New Orleans except you, and you got to be in Portland. It's not a great situation to be in, you know. And I hope it works out for him. I hope I don't know. New Orleans, I guess the food's real good down there. Maybe that's the whole situation is. But you know, when Mike got hurt during his, I think, second year with the Bulls, he went back to Chapel Hill and trained. So hopefully he goes to Portland and gets in the swimming pool and starts training over there or whatnot. But hopefully Portland's just a switch he needs. But yeah, they think there's something real wrong with him being down in New Orleans. They're gonna try to keep him out there until he gets something going. They
should have just sent him up to Durham and had him train there.
Yeah. Go back with Mike. They should have just said Coach K last year.
Obviously, Coach K had him at a lower weight than he's at now, and obviously Coach K knew what he was doing to keep him in shape. So hey, you should have just sent him there.
Hey.
I just anyone here watch Family Guy?
Of course.
Oh no, yeah.
Anyone? I remember the episode when Peter wanted to lose weight, so Quagmire threw him in that little pit. And he was like, "You're only eating what you have on you." We need to do that shit with Zion, bro. We need to do that with Zion. Throw him in a pit. Matter of fact, no, let's one up it. Y'all watch Star Wars?
No.
We need to throw him in that pit with that monster. I forgot what it was.
Oh my god.
Yeah, when I think Luke went to go see Jabba.
Yeah, Boba fell in it.
Yeah, and he dropped him in that pit with that. We need to do that with Zion, bro. Because
if he eats the monster. I'm just
That
saying.
wasn't the punchline, but that was just like
That mimosa got T going, man. Those mimosas have got T going
Bro,
today. You just
100%, bro.
you got to
Dustin.
refill.
Dustin.
Yeah.
They sent Zion away. Do you think that this will actually make any type of difference? Because this is me. I don't think it's going to make any difference at all whatsoever. But do you think them sending him to Portland, do you think that's going to make a difference at all?
I don't think sending him to Portland is going to make a difference, which is why I said they should have just sent him back to Durham to go back with Coach K, because obviously in 1 year at Duke, Coach K knew how to keep him in shape. Granted, he was never in the best shape to begin with, but you never heard about weight issues when he was at Duke. You never heard about him eating as much as he does now when he was at Duke. Obviously, they had some sort of nutrition plan to keep him at a relatively healthy playing weight, where it would have just made sense to send him there, get back on that nutrition plan that he was on, and then just work out it with the team doctors at that facility. A lot of former NBA players, like Amon mentioned before, have done that, where they get hurt and they go back to where they went to college just because they know the trainers, they know the routines that they do to get back into the condition they need to be in, which is why I'm surprised they sent them out to Portland when Durham's not that far away from New Orleans.
Ron, someone had an interesting question. What is his parents doing to help him? Like, because there are reports that supposedly Zion, when he makes any decision whatsoever, he always consults his parents. He goes and talks to them and all that stuff. Do you think that they're kind of telling him right now, just go with the flow? Because we gotta understand, his family don't want him nowhere near New Orleans anymore. They don't want him there anymore. Do you believe that, his parents are kind of whispering in his ear, telling him, look, why don't you get out of this, let's get out of Louisiana, you feel me? Let's get out of here and watch how much better you will feel. Like, do you think this is some strategical stuff?
That's questions for me.
Yeah, bro.
That's a tough one. The first thing that comes to my mind is probably feeding him still. But I don't think his parents can really do anything if we're going to get to the real of the issue. I think it's mentally something's not clicking there, and physically his body is not right. And when you sitting injured, rehabbing, and young, just eat. It makes sense. I don't think his parents can help the situation at all. He needs like a life coach, someone to snap it in his head for him.
I said this earlier, and I wasn't joking. Right now, he needs somebody to be next to him 24/7. Like, he needs like how they need bodyguards. He needs a chaperone. And like, I'm not trying to be like rude or nothing, but sometimes when you're a kid this young, you need it. You feel me? Like, this isn't a knock on him, but the organization will probably give him one. Get you a chaperone. Do what you're supposed to do. And whenever you have these bouts of, I need to stuff my gullet with some gumbo, you got someone there to be like, LOL, you would have thought, and grab him by his ear and pull him away. But you need to do that. If you don't want to, that's fine. But I'm telling you, and look, Andy Price, look, he needs a personal chef and not have that chef be with him 24/7. 100%. 110%. You're going to have a living chef, and he's joining you everywhere you go, whether you like it or not.
And I'm positive he already has this. Like, this is $1 billion organization. All of that happened on day one.
But I don't think the person's with him 24/7 though. I don't think they're with him. I think he does have a chef, but I don't think people are with him 24/7.
Right. It's a time. One thing that I always preach is you got to check who's in your circle, who's around you, who you got to keep you going when you fall back. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back is going to happen to everyone at some point in life. and you can tell he does not have the right people around him. This is like, you need to fire everybody. Maybe you should go to Clutch. Get with LeBron's team. That would probably be for the best. He should have made that decision from the beginning.
If we're gonna be honest, like, that's a great point, Ron. If you go to a place like Clutch or any other, if you go to any other agent, you got a dude who will tell you, all right, look, whether you love me, whether you hate me, I'm gonna tell you how it is.
I think he should do that the moment he gets to Portland. I look at it as it's the best thing that could have happened for Zion, and it's the worst thing that could have happened for the Pelicans.
Because and to your point, Ron, if he goes and meets up with an agent, or like you said, let's say he goes to Clutch Sports, one thing they do, they keep it a buck with you, whether you like it or not. They'll keep it honest with you, and it's going to be very interesting to see. T, to piggyback off of Ron's point, he said this could be the best thing that could have happened to Zion, him getting sent over to Portland. This is the best thing that could have happened for Zion, but the worst thing that could have possibly happened to the Pelicans. Do you think this is the beginning of the end and a trade demand is right around the corner?
Honestly, all right. So there's two different perspectives, right? For the Pelicans' perspective, I don't think it was wise to send him out. Honestly, I would have traded him before doing anything like that because he almost seems like a distressed asset when you send him out to be able to fix him, quote unquote. So I would have tried to trade him right now at his peak because it looks like it's all going downhill right now. And I mean, you're not going to get any type of compensation that you would have got prior to be able to fix him, to send him in to what was it, Portland? They're sending
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh. So it's I just don't see the sense. And it kind of fits with New Orleans. They just don't run things really well. It just doesn't make sense from their perspective. Now, from Zion, he is a grown man at the end of the day. So, I mean, to have someone with him 24/7 to be able to revive his career, I get what you guys are trying to do, but it's still a little wild. Like make sure you watch every little thing. I mean, dude, if he wants it, he wants it. It just makes John Morant look so much better. I think, 7-game win streak right now?
I don't think so.
7-game win streak, 4th in the West. They're just killing it right now. It's just.
I was already seeing the post outside of Curry. John Morant's the best guard.
Dude, man, I've heard people saying I thought they were wild in the beginning of the season, and now it's starting to. It's just New Orleans being New Orleans at the end of the day, I guess.
So, but I love what you said, T. Is anybody trading for Zion though outside of the Knicks?
I see plenty of teams trading for him.
But they won't give as much, though.
Exactly. That's the problem. Like, they're going to tell him, yo, bro, we'll keep you. We'll extend you for 2 years on a team-friendly deal. And if you can show it for 2 years, you can be healthy and you can contribute, then we'll talk about that big money you want.
Zion.
But if you know what I mean? Like, he needs to understand, bro. If I get traded, I can get what I want. Say again?
Zion for Cunningham. Who says no?
For Cunningham?
Cade Cunningham. That's a decent trade, though. I think a lot of people say yes to that. That's decent.
No.
Wait, from which perspective, though?
From Detroit's perspective.
What? I would give up Cade Cunningham for Zion.
Detroit
have to lock him away in a dungeon for a year until he gets healthy, but other than that, we're good to go.
So then what's the point then?
Sell season tickets.
Cade Cunningham's doing the same thing.
But it's Zion and Cunningham, though. You know exactly what happened with New Orleans when they got Zion. Season ticket sales went through the roof. Merchandise sales went through the roof. That franchise has had trouble
with Cade Cunningham.
Nah, not the same. That draft was pretty weak.
Cunningham will get there eventually, I think. But if they want to instantly increase merchandise sales and season ticket sales, you bring in a guy like Zion that's going to.
Hold on. How is he going to increase season ticket sales when the dude can't play?
Because they're going to be banking on it for the season after, and that's
there's no timeline though.
I know there's not, but fans are going to think that he's coming back the year after, which is going to get them to kind of.
Amon, am I bugging? Am I bugging? Because I'll be honest, I did wake up, I did do a line. I know I did, right? So I might be a little out there right now, bro. But I'm like, if you keep Cade, go ahead, Ron.
I got 2 more. Go ahead and finish your point.
Oh, yeah, no, real quick, because I want to ask this to Amon, because usually Amon, this is going to determine our relationship going forward, so you better. But
no pressure.
I mean, like, maybe I'm bugging or something, but, like, Why trade Zion for Cade when by the time Zion can even play, Cade Cunningham will probably be, I'm not going to say on the level of a Zion, but he'll be close enough. He will be close enough. Will be close enough in the Detroit franchise. He will be close enough for them to just be like, you know what? We'll roll with this kid. Because I think by the time Zion plays, he'll be close enough.
So I think the thing is here, from a basketball perspective, Cade Cunningham, he might get there. I'm not saying he will. I'm not saying he won't, but he could get there, right? You can bank on that. But what you can't bank on is Zion's name, Zion's brand, right? We've seen teams across all sports make bad moves, right? They don't work out. Like the Texans brought in Brock Osweiler. Why? He won 2 games in Denver, but he was a better name than Tim Savage, so they brought him in. So the same thing can be said in the NBA. You bring in a guy who has a bigger brand name. The fans, yes, Cade Cunningham, he was a number 1 overall draft pick, but he's not in the cycle of news like Zion. Even before this injury, no matter what, everyone's like, when's Zion going to come back? Is Zion going to come back? There's buzz around Zion. And that's the thing here. It's not about just pure basketball ability because, again, you can make the argument Cade will be on Zion's level, and you don't have to agree with it. You whatever the case is, the Houston Rockets know about that. But in terms of name, unless Cade Cunningham is a superstar, he won't be on the same name or buzz level as Zion Williamson. And I just think that's the difference and why that trade could make sense for the Houston Rockets.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you guys see superstar potential in Cade Cunningham?
I do see star potential, but
yeah, I do. I see like top star, borderline superstar.
His ceiling is like 2 All-Star games.
Yeah. What Amon said was 100%.
Hold on. You said 2 All-Star games?
I can see that.
I don't know about that. I think he gets more than that.
What Amon said was spot on, though, because
I think it's about 5.
What were you saying, Dustin?
I said what Amon just said was spot on, though, about the brand, because how long have people known who Zion is? You could go back to his freshman year in high school and already see him on YouTube doing the dunks, doing everything that he did. Outside of Cade Cunningham, his breakout season with Oklahoma State, how many people were talking about him prior to that year?
You can't use that. You can't use that. Hold on.
But that's the branding side of thing, though. If you have a brand,
but you can't use that example, and I'm explaining you why. Before his final year in college, who knew who John Morant was?
But he's on that star level. I think that's what I finished it off too, right?
But that's
if Cade can get there.
Why? But why is on that level? Because not only is he because he's A, playing, and B, Zion isn't. Let's be honest, because if Zion was playing, because we got to all take into consideration. When Zion was playing, nobody spoke about John Morant. We need to understand that. The only reason people started caring about, and T, you can go all you want. You know it's the reality. I'm not saying John Morant is horrible. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when Zion was playing, nobody else mattered. Nobody.
Well, it was because of the intrigue, though, because he was out for so long. He's always in and out. So, yes.
No, I'm talking about before, when he first came in, before he got like shut down for like a whole year.
Well, I mean, absolutely. And that goes to brand. It's all about the brand because he was playing for Duke. Duke is a giant brand at the same time. He had rap songs before he got into the league. Rick Ross was rapping about him before he got into the league.
How do you keep your brand alive? Can someone explain to me? Because I'm listen, when it comes to like PR, I'm not that smart, right? I'm not. How do you keep your brand alive?
Marketing.
Now, how does marketing work? Like, if I'm not mistaken, in order for your brand to work, it relies on marketing. And in order for you to be marketable, people need to see you, correct?
They do and they don't. But in Zion,
they do and they don't. For an athlete, you don't.
No, but I'm just saying, in Zion's case, he can market his brand without playing. Whether it's doing commercials, whether it's doing something to promote the franchise you're with, the franchise you might go to.
That's not him.
Hello?
I know that's not him, but I'm just saying, as long as he's appearing in front of those fans in some facet, he's going to promote his brand, and that's what a franchise is going to want.
And Pride, you also have that flavor of Zion, too. It's not like we've never seen him play ever. So fans, even though he might not ever get back to Duke level.
We're really talking about flavor with Zion? Come on now. The flavor is what got him in this position.
But that's what I'm saying. He got the big contract. He got everything. So when you talk about fans in terms of season tickets, this is just from a season. This is from a season ticket perspective, though, because I have that flavor of Zion at Duke. So, is he going to become that guy? All right, I'm going to just go put her down.
But that's the problem you guys are making when you're comparing him at Duke. He was playing. So now when he's not playing, your marketability means nothing. It means nothing, especially when the NBA is now looking for the new guy. Bro, the NBA literally has Jalen Green's you-know-what in their mouth. He steps on the court. Oh, my God. Did you see how he stepped on the court? Gee whiz. Oh, my goodness. We've never seen nothing like that before. Look at that dunk, the most generic dunk in the world. Oh, me, oh, my. He's got tremendous athleticism. Bro, he barely grazed the rim. Like, he went up mad lazy, barely grazed the rim, and all of a sudden, he's the second coming of Michael Jordan when it comes to dunking the ball.
Wow. I think Pride's true feelings about how he feels about Zion is coming out.
No. It's not. No.
Wait,
it's not.
Are you
that.
guys all on the same page with that too? Like, you would not
think we all
trade
are.
Zion for Cade Cunningham? Let's say
No,
you
I
have Cade
wouldn't.
Cunningham on your team right now. Would you trade for Zion?
If I'm a team, would I trade for Zion? Yes.
Would you
But
trade
I need to
Cade?
trade for Zion. If I'm Detroit, I'm not doing
No,
it.
if Detroit, I don't do it.
No, not
But
for Detroit.
if
No.
he's going to Portland, if you're Portland, do you pull the trigger knowing that Damian Lillard wants
consider
more
it.
help, knowing that CJ McCollum wants more help, knowing that front office went through
CJ
the whole
McCollum don't need no help, man. He just listen.
Well,
he
I'm just
cut-
saying, but
he
knowing
had a
that the
collapsed
front,
lung, my guy's fine.
knowing
He'll
that
be
the
fine.
front office had to deal with whatever the drama that had to go through that front office this year, where the guy got fired for I forget what he did.
Yep.
You bring in a guy like Zion, everybody in Portland forgets about what just happened, and now you have CJ, Dame, and Zion locked up as a potential
They
big
have
three
the
if Zion
assets.
comes back.
You
Pretty
think they
big,
got
big
the
move.
assets bigger to make that happen? I don't.
They have the assets. They have pieces that New Orleans could use.
Yeah, they
have
got
draft,
them.
They have draft capital also, which New Orleans would use.
Right. So I think look, if I'm if I'm Portland, I do consider it. You know, I'll poke around, I'll investigate. I'm not mortgaging my future for Zion.
No.
That is something I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna trade. I'm not gonna do what New York did with Melo, where they traded everyone and their mom for Melo, and I think they got JR in that deal too. Where it was this weird thing where like when Melo got there, he goes, "Oh, I'm ready." Oh my God, we don't even have a starting five. What are we doing? Like, it can't be a situation like that. Like, where the way Zion is right now, especially him being injured, you're probably gonna get a player and a pick at best. And the player you're getting is probably gonna, if we're gonna be honest, gonna be the last man on that bench who gets no burn.
Wow.
Because he's injured right now. We need to listen. I'm not saying this because Zion is trash, but we need to take into consideration when you're hurt, that destroys your trade. Russell Westbrook has better trade value right now than Zion.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
And
chance.
you want to know why I say that? You want to know why I say
way.
that? You want to know
What?
why I say that?
Please do.
If Miami trades for Russell Westbrook tomorrow, let's say, so today's the 7th. Let's say they trade for him on the 8th. On
Sell
the
my
9th,
TVs.
no, hold on. No, I just threw out a random name. I just threw out a random name. I'm not saying you guys would. But if it's the 7th, if they trade for him, the trade goes through on the 8th. On the 9th, Russ is suiting up. And you know that. He's suiting up, and he's out there, and he's playing. You
But
can't say the same for Zion.
but he's suiting up for a few years, as opposed to Zion, who hasn't played yet, hasn't reached, I guess, peak health,
But with the
and
injuries
you know he's going to
having,
play
will
for
he
a
reach
very
it?
long time too.
We don't
so,
know that. You don't know that, though. Not with Zion because of the injury. He's in the same boat with MJP. Well, with Michael Porter Jr. Yes. The injuries, I think Michael Porter Jr. is in a little bit worse because it was a back surgery.
That's a giant thing, dude. Back.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I think he's a little worse, but they still the same thing. They're still in the ballpark where they're a tremendous talent, but now your draft, your trade appeal, your trade value is horrible.
I guess with Zion, you're really just banking on potential.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you do hit on that potential, it's just literally sky's the limit. Like,
and that's true.
crazy potential.
Yeah, you could. I mean, if the team who should consider it would be Chicago, where you could put him at the 4, and he's the 4th option. That's less pressure on him. He's solid defensively. He's very athletic. Less pressure on him. Like, That's what I'm thinking. You need to put him in a situation where he's not the number one.
And you
At
put him
least for a
in, and you
while.
put him in a city where brand matters, and being able to brand his name in Chicago would be huge for him, even if he doesn't come back the player he was when he was drafted.
Like,
I know I'm talking about the home team here, but how about Miami though? We take him over here in a heartbeat.
Zion?
Give him that Heat culture.
no.
You giving up Hero?
Look, if Heat culture.
Heat culture.
Heat culture is this. Let me go instigate Jokic. Get hit, fake an injury, so I'm out 30+ games because I'm too scared to play the game.
Wow.
Then all of a sudden go on Twitter and all of a sudden call him sloppy, acting like you was just dumb scared a couple days ago.
Markieff Morris was an innocent victim of Jokic's violence. Let's put that out.
But, T,
Hold
you giving
on,
up
somebody
Hero?
mute. Hold on, real quick. Somebody mute Pride. You can leave.
Would everybody be in agreement on this, that Zion's kind of a bigger version of Derrick Rose, where Derrick Rose went through all those injuries early on and basically had to adjust the way he played in order to kind of make that comeback? If Zion cannot stay healthy, given his size, given the punishment that he puts on those legs, do you think he will have to adjust his game to stay healthy?
Right. He needs to
It's
become
kind of
more
similar, but the only difference is Zion has the ability to actually get back to his peak as opposed to Derrick Rose already passed it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, though, if he can't stay healthy, like if the foot continues to bother him or like all these foot injuries just because he's 300-some pounds coming down on with a 44-inch vertical coming down on those feet, you got to think that's going to take a toll, and his career is going to be shortened if he doesn't change the way he does things.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a decent jump shot. It's not great, but he's not going to be able to, I think, do the highlight reel dunks that he's been doing long term if he wants to last, because the legs ain't going to be able to take it.
I guess I don't know. It's a little weird because with Zion and his size, he's a little undersized as far as height when it comes to playing the 4 or the 5 potentially. So to be able to adjust his game, I feel like he'll have a lot of issues if he's not as explosive as he was before.
No, I think he can still be explosive. I'm just saying, like, instead of going for the highlight reel dunk, explode to the rim and do layups, explode to the rim and do just little paint moves instead of like just launching yourself and putting all that pressure on your legs. Because like I said, you've seen it now, like 2 years in the league, he's played a total of 26 games because he's had multiple feet injury and multiple leg injuries where you haven't been able to see what he can even do when he's fully healthy. The longer he's out, the less chance he's going to be able to live up to that athletic potential that he has, and the less time he's going to have to show his potential, because eventually it's going to get to the point where he's going to realize that his body can't take the punishment that it takes, and he's going to be forced to learn how to play differently.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it almost sounds like we want to turn him into what's this guy's name? Zach Randolph.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of like a Zach. I feel like him adjusting his game would turn him into a Zach Randolph, like kind of undersized, a lot bigger, and kind of can bully people.
Yeah, and mid range. He'd work on a mid range shot.
Yeah, he needs to be in a situation where he's just not the number one. Now, I'm not saying for the rest of his career, but for now.
Yeah.
Because he's still young, he can still get it together, but we just need to make sure he gets healthy and he can stay healthy before you start even thinking about giving him more opportunities. You know what I mean?
That might be the case. I mean, Zion and his team probably was like, you know what, we're going to take this whole year off regardless. And I bet you the Pelicans was like, no, let's schedule comeback for December. And they kept on giving us these dates, and it never happened. So it is smoke and
we
fire.
have to remind ourselves, this guy is 21 years old. 21.
Yeah,
super young.
Right, so it's not like it's like, you know, it's not like a do or die thing for him. By the way, I apologize for my son crying in the background. He's throwing a temper tantrum, and
he must have heard you talking smack about Zion.
he's just sensitive, man. He's just so sensitive, right? Listen, he's a grown man. He could walk, right? He hears the word no. All of a sudden, the kid has a mental breakdown. It's every time. Like, the kid wants to try to climb stuff. I'm like, bam, you can't do it.
That's every child.
Yeah, like, bro, so he's trying to climb on the desk, right? And I'm like, you can't do that. He looks at me, drops, and start crying. I'm like, all right, coach, what do you want me to do? Then he gets up and turns his back and runs away like I'm supposed to chase him. He's in the kitchen right now, and I'm like, gee, like, what do you want me to do? He's sitting at the wall just crying and occasionally looking back to see if I'm behind him. And then I see him. He like crawls over to where the table is, and he's looking at me like right now he's quiet. You see, he's quiet. He's staring at me right now. He is staring at me.
I was just about to say this is like the exact same sound I heard at the TD Garden whenever I go to Boston.
Every time.
Same
Every
sound.
time, except it's me.
Everywhere.
Except it's a deeper voice. It's a deep voice. So it's me. Like, what? Because
T is a sore subject this morning, man.
honestly, you know what? It's not even a sore subject anymore.
It's not. It's
Amon,
just-
let me ask you a question.
I thought
Why
that
are
game
we
was over.
surprised?
I was not. I literally, as soon as they got the lead, I said, okay, game over. There's a minute 30 to go, mind you, right? And Jason Tatum's having a great game. My dad's like, what do you mean? I said, we're going to lose the game. I promise we're going to lose this game. And sure enough, RJ Barrett hits the 3-point.
I didn't even see it. I checked out. I didn't even see it. As soon as
Off
I
the
got I quit.
backboard.
I quit. Yeah, I quit. I was like, nope. I was like, I ain't with it.
I think you guys had like a 20-point lead when I stopped paying
25
attention
point
to the
lead.
game.
Yeah,
I thought it was
25.
Let that
over.
sink
I stopped paying
in. Let that
attention.
sink in. Let that sink in, bro.
We had a 25-point lead.
Damn.
Yeah.
I just
We couldn't hit a 3-pointer to save our life. But, you know, we
And
were
about-
worse. We're a worse 3-point shooting team than the Los Angeles Lakers. And it's unbelievable. It's
The
just,
Boston Celtics had to return the favor and pull in Atlanta Falcons, I guess.
I guess so. I guess so.
we
Ouch.
don't deserve it. We're a G. We're like we play worse than our G League affiliate, bro.
It's just,
Do with that
it's just
information as you will,
awful.
bro.
Do you guys miss Kyrie?
No.
No,
It'd
I'm
be worse with
good.
Kyrie.
I'd
Irving.
ask.
I'm good. I'm good.
I miss Kemba more than I miss Kyrie.
I
Oh,
miss none. I'm good. I'll go over 82 before I take Kyrie back. I'm good.
I miss Scary Terry. That's who I miss. I miss
Yes.
Terry Rozier.
This is how much anti Kyrie I am in Boston. I would rather go 0 for 82 than go 82-0 with Kyrie on our team and win the chip.
damn. Ouch.
That's how anti-Kyrie I am with him in Boston. In Boston.
Yikes.
Ouch.
Because I got no stability with him whatsoever. I have none. I got no stability.
Would you take Kyrie or Zion?
Zion.
Right now,
At least he won't mess anything up. He can't mess anything up right now. You know what I mean?
Zion. Because at least you got potential with him. There's something I can sell, maybe.
Would you let go of Jalen for Zion?
Out of your mind.
No.
Out of your mind.
No.
And Ron,
I'll let go
I'm
of
gonna tell you
Payne
this
for
right now.
Shard.
I
That's
like
what I'll let
Zion, but I
go
wouldn't
of.
do Jalen Brown.
And yes, there's hate for Kyrie, but you're missing two words in Boston. Everyone loves Kyrie until he's on your team.
Is
He
it
was
true?
so bad in Boston, man.
Do with that
He was
information as
so
you
bad
will.
in Boston. Oh my goodness.
I would take Rondo, not this. Maybe this Rondo. Maybe.
I love
Maybe.
Rondo. He's the reason I'm a Celtics fan, so I'll always take Rondo back.
I'm
Ron, let me
surprised
tell
you
you
guys didn't make
something.
a push for Rondo, actually.
No, because I'm not trading nothing for Rondo.
He wouldn't change anything in our team.
Yeah, he really wouldn't.
That locker room presence.
Maybe,
Hitting.
maybe. But honestly, I don't think he'll really bring anything to the locker room except hands. To be honest with you, bro,
Him
I
and
just
Marcus
think-
Smart just start scrapping. Right?
no, 100%. Because Marcus, like, we need to do this, and Rondo gonna be like, "I got rings, kid." Same back, you go, "What? What we trying to do?" And Rondo will be like, "Let's go to the team bus." It go look like I think it was Melo who was trying to chase KG when he said, "Your wife tastes like honey Nigeria."
Dude. Until that day, I didn't know Melo was about that life, but he really legit.
He wasn't
wanted
about
to
that
play.
life because he was begging for security to stop him. I don't want to. Would you take Westbrook or Irving? Neither.
Ooh.
Can I choose none? Can
Neither.
I choose Payne for Chard? Can I
Bro,
choose
because
Payne for Chard?
No, because none of them would fit on this team. None would fit. Now, if you're asking me if I'm just building a team and I had to pick between these two,
You know you got to go with Irving.
it's tough
You
Kyrie.
know you got to go with Irving.
because they're both. Let's be honest, they're both toxic. Let's just be honest.
Well, yeah, but on the court though, the style that especially
both
Tatum
toxic.
plays, you need Irving.
They're both toxic.
You go Irving because he's younger.
Younger, and he knows how to pass. I know Westbrook has. That sounds weird, right? Because Westbrook has all those records.
See, I don't know about Kyrie knowing how to pass, my guy.
Are you saying? Hold on. Are you saying that he could pass better than Westbrook? Or are you trying to call him a great passer?
What I'm saying is it's a lose-lose situation. I'm trying to salvage the situation, right?
Okay.
What I'm saying is with Westbrook, he's going to turn that ball over so much. Of course, he's going to have more assists. He's going to get into the Hall of Fame because of it. But if you're talking from a basketball perspective, I think Irving makes a lot more sense with Tatum than Westbrook does.
Oh, he does? Ahmad, he makes so much more sense.
They
Oh,
are
wait.
both
We
losing
lived through that
positions,
nightmare.
but
We lived through that nightmare. And Joe says, I will sell my team. I would not. I would burn my team to the ground.
Me and Pride taking a bus up to Boston and then going to the Garden. Bro.
Hey, we taking a bus up to Boston and we gonna walk in there like we own it. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. And we firing everybody. And I'm gonna go to Brad Stevens, but hey, yo, Brad, get me a psych, and I'm gonna flip him off. You're fired. I almost flipped off the camera. Would have gotten in trouble. I would have been like, you're fired too. Get him out of here. I would bring back Danny Ainge just to immediately fire him because don't tell me you're gonna retire and then go to Salt Lake City. I hate you with a passion, right? Like, NFL Week 18. Here.
I like that. I like that.
I like the transition there.
Me too.
I'm
Round of
not
applause.
doing it. I'm gonna be a good mood today. We got 2 games tomorrow, and then we have a jam-packed Sunday with games with playoff implications. I'm trying not to be that dude. I'm trying to be a good noodle. Teams test my patience. Chiefs and Broncos and Cowboys and Eagles. The 2 games we have tomorrow.
I'm betting everything on that Eagles upset.
Well, wait, you think the Eagles will win?
I would.
Or
I have the audacity to say 1,000% positive. It's a revenge game. Last home game. Cowboys is slipping. Eagles is trending up. And the Cowboys is the accident waiting to happen.
by the way, real
doesn't
quick,
have any playoff implications though, right? The Eagles, Dallas is already set.
I'm
Pretty sure the
Both
Eagles
teams are
in,
set in.
right?
Both
more
teams are
for
set.
they're in, but it's more for seeding because I think
position.
I think Dallas could potentially move up. I think.
Yeah,
I
if
wanna
they
say
win and Tampa
Dallas is number
loses,
2, right?
Yeah, I think if they win and Tampa lose, I think they can move up, or that will mess with the Rams, something like that. It's something like they're all
A lot
set.
of things have to happen.
Yeah, in terms of them being in the playoffs, it's set, but
Okay.
it's just like the scene that could potentially move it over. By the
Gotcha.
way, Panthers are open to listening for trades to Christian McCaffrey. I saw this coming from a mile away.
Buffalo.
Nope.
New
Nope.
England.
Nope.
Biggest fantasy
Maybe New
disappointment
England, maybe.
ever.
He's that
Maybe.
he's that Patriot player, man.
But
You
here's
get
the
receiver
thing.
back. But he's injured.
Wherever he goes, I'm gonna say
Is
this
that
now.
Patriots player? Not at all. He actually has a name brand. Patriots don't really do.
No,
much.
I mean like he's a running back, receiver, kick returner, whatever you need,
I
he
see
does
what you
it.
mean. I got you. I got you.
Just, yeah.
Do you
What's your
guys
team again?
like will ever see a fully healthy season from Calf again?
Never. Well, I like
Unless he's like a
I
number
think-
2.
No,
No.
I don't see
I
it.
think running back by committee.
I think if they use him like Alvin Kamara, he would be healthy and take the punishment off the handoffs and kind of like what Julian Edelman and Danny Woodhead used to be for New England. You use him like that. I think he stays healthy because he's not going to be in the backfield more. He'll be kind of in that flex position.
Yeah,
He's
Lewis
so
part
much
2.
better
just
than
think-
that, though.
He is, but that's the thing, T. As great as he is, we're gonna have to start minimizing his greatness to keep him on the field.
Yeah, I
Like
guess
his
it makes
impact,
sense.
like he's a great runner. Don't get it twisted. But if it's to the point, like if you want to keep him as a running back, then you got to go running back by committee.
If you go back to
his.
his final season at Stanford, he spent just as much time at wideout as he did in the backfield.
Yep.
Because
Which was the appeal for him.
because they knew that he was a good running back, but they also knew he was such a good pass catcher. They wanted to maximize his overall production on the field. So I think they said he saw like 50% of the snaps in the backfield, 50% out in the wide receiver spot because Stanford also had a good backup running back that they wanted to get carries to as well. So you put him in a situation where there's 2 running backs. Yes, McCaffrey might be your primary guy, but he's not going to be your primary ball carrier because he's more versatile than anybody else you're going to have in the backfield. So you can use him different ways.
Do you guys know his current contract though?
I'll tell you
2
right
years
now.
left, isn't it?
Is it
I
2?
mean,
I'm pretty sure it's pretty up there, right? As
2
far
or
as
3
running
years
backs?
left.
It's up
Extended
there.
him.
It's like the
I mean-
second most expensive running back contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to bring him in as a running back by committee, you'd literally have to have people on their rookie deals, essentially.
That's the
No,
New England's
no,
perfect
no,
for that.
his
We keep
contract-
no one.
So this contract,
He's got 3 years left on his contract. He signed a 4-year, $64 million extension last year with only $21 million guaranteed. So it's
Man,
not
that's
like a
terrible
ton
for
of
running backs.
guaranteed
Yeah,
money.
no,
but-
because
running
right
backs
now,
get abused.
so next year, so next year he makes about 8.6.
Mhm.
Then after that, 12, 12, 12.
It's actually not as bad as I thought.
No. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's really not. So he doesn't become an unrestricted free agent until 2026. On this, I don't want to say cheap, but based on what you can get from him, cheap deal. Doing it running back up by committee, or even what Dustin said, just light him up more at wideout a little bit. I think that'll be fine.
Send him to Miami to pair with Myles Gaskin. That'll be fun.
Ooh. I feel like Miami has like 6 different running backs right now.
I think Myles Gaskin's the only one under contract next year because Philip Lindsay was on a 1-year deal, I believe.
Yep. Philip Lindsay was just for the rest of this year.
Duke Johnson was signed mid-season because their starter got hurt. I think Myles Gaskin's the only one that has next year under contract, so you can pair him with McCaffrey, and that'd be fun.
Yeah. I don't know a team actually in the NFL that wouldn't take him. It just has to make sense.
Well, Minnesota wouldn't take him because they have Cook. New Orleans has Kamara.
Oh, they'll figure that out. They'll definitely figure that out. With C-Mac, they will definitely figure that out.
100% they'll figure that out. It'll be tricky, but I think
imagine having Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, both those running backs, and C-Mac. Like
Thielen's gone.
Guard.
If Thielen is gone,
then
McCaffrey,
then you would do it.
That could be a nice little thing. Joe says Detroit makes sense for him pairing with Swift. I'm not really sold on that, considering Christian McCaffrey's injury. You know, he's becoming his injury history, and Swift is starting to get on that path too.
And I feel like Jamal Williams is the perfect complement too.
Oh, I love Jamal Williams.
He's a perfect complement. They play the same, like C-Mac and Swift.
What about pairing him with Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson.
That would be scary, actually. I would hate to see
it would be scary for Baltimore. It would be scary for Baltimore. For Baltimore.
Wait, scary for Baltimore?
For Baltimore.
Why is that?
We just said he can't line up at running back.
But they have 3-4.
He's gonna be too injury. He's gonna be too injury prone. So now you're gonna put him. The only way you can extend his career. Let's say we put him at wide receiver. You have Lamar Jackson, who throws the ball almost as best as Tim Tebow.
But you could run some like triple options and whatever.
Read options you could do like
Edwards.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, let's run some triple options to lose 15 yards and blame Christian McCaffrey. Let's get it.
Imagine an option with Lamar Jackson and C-Mac. I can't think of a better pairing.
You know what I can think of a better pairing? You said what now, Ron?
I said I can't believe we just compared Lamar to Tebow.
I don't know how we let that slide either. I don't know how that.
I don't care. I don't care. If y'all disagree,
take you off here for like 5 seconds.
Nope. If y'all disagree, you guys are either just don't know what y'all talking about, or y'all Lamar Jackson fanboys.
He won MVP.
I write the article.
Again, as a thrower of the football,
dog.
I don't know why y'all saying dog. The quarterback's job is to do what?
No. I'm just saying you can't compare Tebow and Lamar throwing the football because Tebow throwing the ball was god awful.
Helicopter.
Wow.
Like, what are we doing here?
No, bro. No, I am so sorry. Lamar,
you're right. That is disrespectful. That is disrespectful to Tim Tebow. Tebow. At least you can occasionally hit dots. Like, what do y'all want me to say? Do y'all want me to come out here and pretend? And you guys want me to sit here and pretend like Lamar Jackson is a phenomenal thrower of the ball?
You don't say he's phenomenal, but he ain't Tim Tebow. That's all. That's just what I'm saying. He ain't Tim Tebow.
He misses a wide open Mark Andrews. He misses him, bro, consistently. What are we talking about, man? The only time he's comfortable throwing the ball is checkdowns. If anybody, bro, we killed Dak Prescott for throwing checkdowns, but we're gonna sit here and praise Lamar Jackson for doing the same thing. We need to have, and I'm not even a fan of Dak Prescott, but we need to have some consistency here. We need to have some consistency.
Yes, he won MVP, but you know he was ranked 22nd in passing yards that season. He won an MVP. Yes, he won first in passing touchdowns. Okay, I get that, but passing yards, he was 22nd out of all starting quarterbacks.
All right, so the thing is, the problem that we have here is that you're nitpicking how he did it. He did it. He did it.
No.
And you're comparing him to Tim Tebow?
I'm not taking the.
Oh my goodness!
You're ignoring the point. You're ignoring the point because you don't want to talk about it because you know I'm right.
I'm gonna say
Tebow is an equal thrower of the football.
I'm gonna say this right now. The ankle injury to Lamar Jackson right now is going to dictate the rest of his career. Because if he has to have surgery on this ankle, he might not ever be the same kind of running quarterback again. And if he is forced to throw the football more, then you're actually going to see the kind of passer he is. Because I don't think he can beat anybody consistently using his arm if his legs aren't as valuable.
That's all I'm saying. When he throws the ball and he misses a wide open guy, and we question his ability to throw the ball, and he's still starting.
Yeah, he's a more accurate passer than Tebow was, but still consistently. If Lamar Jackson is hobbled, which he is right now, and you are forcing him to throw the ball 30 to 40 times instead of 20, he's not going to consistently win you games because he doesn't have the arm to do that. The legs are the biggest part of his game, which gives him the success he has in that passing game. You take that away from him, he's not the same quarterback because he's not a pass-first quarterback. He's a run-first quarterback that uses the pass off of the run because everybody's expecting run from him.
I completely agree.
And real quick, I'm gonna let you go on mine. Yeah. But don't sell me on this garbage that the NFL is more about mobile quarterbacks now. You can't sell me on that garbage because there's mobile quarterbacks who can throw the ball. So don't sell me on this garbage that, oh, well, he's still a hell of a quarterback because he's mobile. I understand he's mobile. He's a freak athlete. And when he runs, very few can keep up with him. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about his running. I'm not talking about the fact that he's got the vision of a running back in terms of when he gets the ball and he sees stuff open and he's patient and he hits that hole and he's gone. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you have to put him in the pocket to throw the ball. When you watch him, he looks uncomfortable. He himself plays uncomfortable. And he's looking for the flat. And if any other quarterback threw consistently to the flat like he does, we're killing them. Every time Tom Brady does it, we kill him. Back when this dude did it, when Dak Prescott did it, we kill him. Anytime Josh Allen does it, the few times that he does it, we kill him.
Okay. I'm going to let Amon go, and then I'm going to go my rant.
Check down Teddy.
Let Amon go. Because first, for consistency's sake, we can't sit here and suck Lamar Jackson, and then for what he does. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, we can. Big balls.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Because no. Question. What do y'all think about Jalen Hurts?
He's oh my gosh.
Okay, so see, you're disqualified. Ron, what you think about Jalen Hurts?
He is, right?
No. Hold on.
You put him on the same level.
No. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
So you said, all right, get him out. Ron, what do you think about Jalen Hurts?
Rose above expectations.
Okay. Amon, what do you think about Jalen Hurts?
Need to see more, but it was better than what I thought he
Baker, I said Baker. Dustin, what do you think about Jalen Hurts?
Same thing. He's a better quarterback and can beat you with his arm if given the opportunity. He's just got to do it more.
So of everybody here, Dustin's the only consistent one. The only one. The only consistent one. Because the same reason that everyone sucks Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts does literally the same exact thing, only in a different state. He's a run-first quarterback who occasionally throws the ball. He does the same thing. And you can shake your head all you want to, you can, but that just informs me that you just love Lamar too much.
Except what's this, Jalen's second season? I'm pretty sure Lamar's
does the same thing.
Second season, right? I think that's a little bit different.
Yeah, very much different.
No.
Not
What
even the
I'm saying is
same.
he does the same thing.
You're equating every running back that can run. Oh my God. Come on, go ahead and go first. I got you.
Brian, I'm not defending Lamar in any way. I didn't say he was the greatest thing. I just said you can't compare him to Tim Tebow because Tim Tebow's completion percentage is 46.5%. 46.5%. So let's just throw that into context. Lamar to me is still a top 10 quarterback, but he's not the greatest thing since sliced bread. That's just, but again, Tim Tebow 46.5%. This season, Lamar was throwing it better than 64%. And again, you could say check down, whatever.
It's check downs.
Okay, that's fine.
And by the way, hold on, real quick. If you kill a quarterback for complete pass, the defense gives you doing it wrong. Watch a Ravens game. Because how many times is Hollywood Brown wide open on the deep end when he blows his receiver, and Lamar literally doesn't want to throw it? You see him want to do it, and he hesitates. Goes to check down. Mark Andrews hit the post, wide open, nervous, check down. So the defense will give him a deep ball. He won't throw it. Do with that information as you will. All I'm saying, bro, if y'all want to come up here and suck Lamar, all I'm saying, dog, he cannot throw the ball consistently. And that's not even controversial. That's not
But don't compare him to Tim Tebow. That's the only thing I have an disagreement with.
That is literally how we started this whole conversation.
No, bro.
You compare him to Tim Tebow.
Yes, he is. He's this generation Tim Tebow.
No chance.
A dude who can't throw the deep ball.
Dude, it's
who
not even
struggles throwing the deep ball.
close. Oh my gosh.
Let me ask you a question. When Tebow had the ball, did he want to run first or pass first?
Run first.
When Lamar Jackson has hold on. When Lamar Jackson has the ball, what does he want to do? Run first or pass first?
Run first. When Jalen Hurts has the ball, does he want to run first as well?
You said what?
When Jalen Hurts has the ball, does he want to run first as well?
Yes.
50-50.
No, he wants to run first. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so
as long as you give him the same energy.
If you want to put this dude in the same category, have at it. You can have at it.
When Kyrie Irving gets the ball, does he want to pass first or shoot first?
Shoot first.
Okay, when Kyle Lowry gets the ball, does he want to pass first or shoot first?
Pass.
All right, cool. Kyle Lowry's a better player than Kyrie Irving then. All right, cool. We settled that.
Nope.
Then. All right, cool. Done.
No, not even. Not even. You want to watch? And again, Ron, you can go ahead. Again, you guys are leaving important context. You guys are leaving out important context. If Kyrie Irving is double teamed and he shoots the ball, that's a problem. If Kyle Lowry is wide open, has a wide open lane, and passes to double coverage, that's a problem. Which is what I'm saying about Lamar. That's exactly what I'm saying about Lamar.
I love your point about him not hitting Andrews or Hollywood on the deep balls in the post, but is only a handful of quarterbacks that can make those passes in the first place.
But at least they attempt them, though.
Thank you.
If you watch the Minnesota Vikings, if you watch the Minnesota Vikings game when they played Baltimore, there's 7 or 8 times where Hollywood Brown was behind both the safety and the secondary, where all Lamar Jackson had to do was throw that ball up, and it's either a touchdown or pass interference. And what does he do? Triple taps the football, looks at Mark Andrews on the far sidelines, dumps it to the running back for a gain of 6.
Does anyone here disagree that Lamar Jackson's a top 10 quarterback? Let's just end it right here.
Lamar Jackson's the 4th quarterback, best quarterback in the NFL, number 4.
You said the best?
Mama.
You said he's the best?
Number 4 in my books.
Okay. Is he top 10? Everyone agrees he's top 10, right?
I got him at 10.
I say top 10, yes, but I do not put him in top 5, no.
I'm on top 10?
Top 10.
All right, cool. Has Tebow ever been top 20 his entire career?
No.
We're done. We're done.
Is he top 32? Like, I don't even know if he was top 32 at one point.
All right, top 34. Has he ever been? All right.
Again,
there's no comparison.
Again, T, you're now changing the conversation.
Okay.
In terms of his play, he does the same exact stuff as Tim Tebow. He does the same exact
but at
stuff.
a better level. But it's at a better level.
My little brother plays quarterback.
Davis Mills is the same stuff as Tom Brady, but it's at a different level.
It's
a different level. Okay.
It's the same exact thing he does.
But better.
Mac Jones is the same thing as Tom Brady. It's a different level. It's a different level.
Smoking.
I throw the ball pretty well more than I run, but
I can't stand
Tom Brady does it a little
better. Before Lamar
got
he was carrying the Ravens. They were number 1 in the AFC North, and they were over the Bengals. They were over the Steelers and Browns, of course, but he was doing his thing, carrying. All we kept talking about is they lost all their running backs. They don't have any receivers. Despite him not being able to hit that deep ball, he was carrying his team. It's ridiculous.
And can we actually say Marquise Brown is a number 1 on any other team?
No.
On some teams, probably.
He's not a number 1 over. He's not a number 1.
Name 2 teams. Marquise Brown's number 1.
He's going right to the slot.
On Miami, he's a number 1. On Miami, he's a number 1.
On
Miami, he's a number 1.
Jalen Waddle?
Jalen Waddle?
Yes. Right now. We're talking about right now, right?
Wait, you want
guys? What are we talking about?
You wanted how many teams that he would not be a number 1?
I only asked for 2 teams.
Kansas City and Minnesota. He's not a number 1 over Hill, and he's not a number 1 over Jefferson.
No, as in like 2 teams where he's actually a number 1.
Miami. Now, in
only
3 years,
Only Jacksonville is number one.
And that's it.
I would say New England too. New England, he would be a number one, I would say.
See,
I
Ron,
take
but
it
you
from
Matthew
England.
Jones don't know
I'll
what you're
give you
talking
New
about because we have, and Aman, you agree with me on this. We have one of, if not the worst wide receiving rooms in all the NFL, and it's not even close.
That's the one I agreed, though. I said New England definitely.
No, but Ron laughed, and it's like, homie, we have a horrible wide
I'll give you
receiving
that.
room.
It's
Our
better
wide
than what it's been
receiving
in the
is
past,
horrible.
but it's still
You
bad.
guys got
Yeah,
Nelson
it's on
Aguilar.
your-
Even if you don't want to put him as a number one in New England, you put him as a 1A. Because you can use him in the slot. And
No,
like
there's
Listen.
definitely one in my. I'll give him one in New England, 1,000%.
He'll be a 1 in New England. He'll
Yeah,
be a
another
1
team.
on the Giants.
Nah,
I think so because Kenny Galladay,
a one with the Jets.
Galladay, Tony. I wouldn't give it to him number one.
I would.
A one with the Jets.
I would do it out of a situation of kind of same thing we're talking about. Not Saquon. But even with Saquon gets too injured, so we kind of got to take the load off him a little bit. By that logic, I would go with Hollywood.
I'd rather have Tony than Hollywood Brown.
I don't think Kadarius Toney is ready yet. You give him. I think in 2 more years. I think he's in the same position as Jalen Waddle. In 2 more years, he'll be the number 1 de facto, no debate. And when you go into like the draft or the free agency, you're now looking for a number 2 guy who can complement him.
Hollywood Brown's a speedster, bro. He's literally like most people's 3rd wide receiver. That's basically what it is.
He's a speedster, and he breaks it.
The young version
Let's
of
go to
Deshaun.
week 18, guys.
It's just like, all right.
This is Antonio Brown part 2. This is Antonio Brown's cousin that we're having the same kind of argument about.
No. Okay, this is all I'm saying. I don't think it's fair that we kill Hollywood Brown because before, let's be honest, like the only reason people say Hollywood Brown is a bad quote receiver and he's not a true quote number 1 is because of Lamar Jackson. Let's be honest. Because
I've seen him drop so many passes, dude.
and you know who else I've seen drop a lot of passes? Tyreek Hill. I've seen him drop his fair share amount too.
That's fair.
Does anyone people still try to say he's top 5?
He's not.
Nah,
Let's be honest now.
nah.
Now, does Hollywood drop some passes? Yes. And when in some of the passes that he dropped are egregious and it's horrible. I'm not even gonna lie. But let's not sit here and pretend like he's still not a number 1 on a lot of teams. He's not number 1 on every team. Not on every.
It's quite literally 2 teams Hollywood Brown's number 1 on.
No.
He's number 1 in
Miami, he's
Chicago.
number 1
He's
right
number
now.
1 in Detroit.
Chicago.
No,
Maybe
Daryl Mooney will be.
Chicago.
He's better.
maybe-
Moody's better in Chicago.
I'll take Daryl
Maybe
Mooney.
Chicago because it
Okay.
depends on what happens with
Yeah.
A-Rob.
He's number 1 in Detroit.
I
Yep,
don't
not
know
even
Detroit
close.
receiver, so I'll give
He's
it
number
to you.
1 in Atlanta because Ridley's gone.
Yes.
He's number
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
number
when
1 in
Ridley's
Carolina.
not there.
He's
All
number
right,
1
by
in
default.
Carolina.
All right, I'll give it to you. By default.
Say again, Dustin.
He's number 1 in Carolina.
Nah, DJ Moore. DJ
no.
Moore. DJ
No.
Moore.
Yeah, DJ Moore.
No.
He'd be
No, I'll take Hollywood.
Over DJ Moore?
Yeah.
No
Okay.
way. DJ Moore?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I think so.
He'd be number
All right,
1 with
so we
Jacksonville.
can
He'd
see
be number
it.
1 with
It's close.
Jacksonville.
Don't get it
Number 1 in
twisted. It's
Jacksonville.
close. It's close.
You can even argue that he'd be number 1 in Cleveland in a couple years over Landry now that Beckham's gone.
In a couple years, maybe.
Over Higgins and is people
Higgins is in Cincinnati.
Pride is Huntley a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson?
No, Damien.
No.
Throwing the ball in that system, he looks better.
Oh
He
my
looks it.
Lord.
Whether or not,
Week
Okay.
18, guys. Week 18. Week 18. Week 18. Week 18. Week 18.
what am I saying that's controversial in that offense? He looks better.
Huntley's better. It
I said
doesn't
he
make-
looks better. If you would let me finish,
in the
if you would
shirt.
let me
Like,
finish, you guys wouldn't fake your dramatic reactions. He looks better. However, I need to see more of him because for all we know, this could have been Dak Prescott year 1, where the only reason he looked nice was because no one had any tape on him. Now that you got some tape on him, kind of the same thing with Mac Jones. Once you get tape, and now you're in your sophomore, in your second year, people consistently see. Now let's see how you go from there. But no, because it's Lamar. Nope, he's horrible. Huntley, he's garbage. He needs to retire because Lamar Jackson, he's top infinity.
it's just weird that you compared a backup to an NFL MVP. That's all. That's all. That's why it's weird. That's all.
No. This was the comment. That's one. And two, the reason is because they're on the same team. Lamar Jackson was hurt, and Huntley kept them in close games. That's where this comment is coming from. That's why. I understand he's a backup. I get that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know whether or not he's better. For all I know, he could have had 2 nice games. For all we know.
He kept them in close
more.
games, and Lamar won those close games.
You said what?
Ooh. I'm
You said
pretty
what?
sure. I forgot the stat, but I'm pretty sure Lamar leads the leagues in fourth quarter comebacks. Although he does put him in the hole a few times, but I'm pretty sure he does lead him.
So that means
out of active quarterbacks, are you talking?
Say it again.
Out of active quarterbacks, are you talking?
I want to say it's active quarterbacks. Don't quote me though. Let me double check.
No way. If it's active quarterbacks,
Tom Brady,
no
Aaron Rodgers.
Thank you.
Hold on. I'm gonna check it up.
Maybe in the past, maybe since like 2019 or since he came into the
2019.
league, maybe that.
I think it's got to be 2019.
Justin Herbert leads the league in fourth quarter comebacks this year.
Justin Herbert?
Yep.
Yeah, the Chargers are always down. They're always down, man.
I know, but still, but fourth quarter though.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that kind of sound weird? By the way, Damien, you have no idea what you're talking about because Huntley can throw the ball a little better.
Tom Brady obviously
he throws
is
the
the
ball
active
better,
leader.
and Lamar's better athletically.
You say Tom Brady was the active leader?
Tom Brady's the active leader with 42 fourth quarter comebacks.
Ron, grow
That's
up.
my guy.
No, hold on, Ron, grow up. Ron, grow up.
Roethlisberger has 40.
Roethlisberger has 40. Wow.
Stafford has 34. Matt Ryan has 33.
I think it says 2019 then.
Tannehill has
together
20.
that stat though. Like how much
Tannehill has 20. Tannehill has 25. Derek
more
Carr
than
and
Aaron
Dalton each have
Rodgers?
24.
If I'm
Did
not
you
mistaken,
say Aaron Rodgers' name on that list?
No.
I was about to say I feel like they're always ahead.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah,
It's
but
either
still.
they're winning convincingly or they're losing bad to the point.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
But here's the thing, like when it comes to I think it's 2019 that you said that because like I don't know, like him, like
about Lamar.
Yeah, about Lamar leading the fourth quarter comeback.
Okay, gotcha.
It's got to be because when you said that, I was like, no way. And then Justin Herbert, that sounds weird. Ron, just to get you tight, let's talk about Dallas. Tony Pollard over Zeke. Now, let me preface what I'm gonna say with this. I don't think we see the same Tony Pollard anywhere else. And what I mean by that is I believe their play styles are soulmates for each other. Just like the old saying, you're the thunder to my lightning.
Thunder and lightning, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I think it is with here. So, I mean, obviously it's easy to say Zeke because of the name value. Where I kind of put them now, I put them in like they're not. I don't want to say they're not nothing without the other, but Tony makes Zeke's life way easier, and Zeke makes Tony's life way easier.
That's what's wrong with the Cowboys. They can't even accept the fact that they got 2 decent, legit running backs, and all they want to do is bicker over who should be starting. But I'm taking Zeke 9 times out of 10 for blocking, on pass blocking, and he's always going to be able to get me a yard on 3rd and 1.
Okay,
9 times out of 10.
All right, I'm not mad at you for saying that. I'm not mad. I mean, if I'm gonna pick one, I would pick Zeke because I feel like it's easier to find a speed back than a bell cow. I don't know. I've always felt like that. Maybe I'm bugging. T, go ahead.
I don't know if you guys watch Cowboys games, but every time Pollard goes in, he's just 10 times more explosive, dude, than Zeke is. Like, it's not even close. Zeke basically leans forward as he runs and gets tackled, and that's it. It's just not. You can just tell, like the eye test. I can't use any type of metric, but eye test, you can just tell Pollard's 10 times better than Zeke. Right now.
But at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean like don't get it twisted. Right now, he plays with more energy. He definitely is more explosive. Don't get it twisted. But at the same time, that's Zeke. I mean, let's be honest. Check me if I'm wrong. He never played with that type of pop that you see from Tony Pollard. His pop came more from power.
I think when a defensive coordinator puts on their game plan, I think they're starting to take Zeke off. It's almost like a waste of paper. Like they don't even put him on there. Like, he might right down the middle a little bit. Yeah, that's
you
cool.
really think so?
Honestly, dude, I've had him so many times, like in weekly fantasy, and he does nothing. He literally falls forward 3 yards, and they give it to him at the goal line, and that's it.
But here's where I got to defend him a little bit. We got to understand, dog, like this Cowboys team, it's so weird. They're another version of the Cleveland Browns when you should be a run-first team, yet all they want to do is fling the ball. Like, when Baker had, he got Austin Hooper, David Njoku, OBJ, he had Donovan People-Jones, Jarvis Landry, and they just want to fling the ball. And it's like they have a whole bunch of like Amari Cooper. Oh my God, that's a cute name. Schultz. Oh my God, Schultz, he's cool. CD Lamb. Oh my God, he's amazing. And it's like, I mean, me personally, I'm running the ball.
I think they're very close. The only difference is they have a better quarterback, and the receiving core is 10 times better than they have in Cleveland.
I would go 10 times better.
I mean, right now or even before the season, like Jarvis Landry and
no, I'm talking about when they had OBJ. I'm talking about when we were screaming they needed to run the ball.
Well, that quarterback play didn't help OBJ. They didn't know how to use OBJ. Like before he got hurt, they had Michael Gallup over there. You had Cooper. You had what's the other dude? Dreads.
CD Lamb.
CD Lamb. Yeah, you had arguably the best receiving core in football, at least top 2, top 3, and better quarterback play.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just, to me, they have two, like to Ron's point, you got two capable running backs, and it's bizarre they only want to use one. They only want to use one. If you really look at it, most of the good plays, like of the ones that you should get good yardage out of, more times than not, to try to get that to Tony Pollard. And now it's to the point where, like, when Zeke's in, they know if it's 3rd and 2, we're stacking the box. 3rd and 3 and back, we don't need to do nothing.
How much are they regretting that contract right now?
Zeke's?
Yeah.
Immensely. Because now it's like, to me, like, and
isn't Zeke a leader in the locker room though?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think they regret having him.
But Ron, how much do you pay for a leader in the locker room though?
It's that contract. Yeah, it's just how much they're paying him.
Wasn't it like 6 years too?
Yes.
Oh my God.
A long time.
It's a wild long time, bro.
They'll regret Dax more. That's the fact of it.
Wait, Dax more than Zeke's?
Homie.
Not Dak more than Zeke, but they'll end up regretting Dak's contract.
Probably, but I think Zeke is just.
No. Zeke had
back.
Lost all of his kind of pizzazz. And
hold on, I'm about to pull up both their contracts too.
Because they're paying Dak like $75 million this year, aren't they? Like his contract is structured so he makes $75 in his first year.
Yeah,
they set it up so they don't get hit too crazy in the future.
Yeah, it's front
which
heavy.
Is good for them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's front heavy, and I had people tell me, "Oh my God, he deserved it." I'm like, yeah, okay. All right.
Honestly, Zeke, and I'll say the same thing I said about what we were talking about before. Zeke, I see him starting maybe 10 teams in the NFL. Like if he was to get traded today, I only see him starting for 10 other teams, nothing else.
What 10 teams? Oh, hold on real quick before we
I
get
was just being nice.
Let me so Dak Prescott, this year he's making $75 million. Next year, $20 million. 2023, $31 million. And then 2024, he's making $34 million.
Smart contract though. While you have the cap space, go ahead and pay him now.
Yeah, you got to pay CD in 2024.
Smart.
Yeah. So it's super duper smart to play for an average quarterback.
They only get more and more expensive, dude. They get crazy now.
Yeah. So crazy, you got to settle. That's tough. That's tough.
No,
Imagine settling for a quarterback.
Let's be honest, because if they were smart, you know who they could have had?
Who's that?
Justin Herbert. Play the cards right. They could have had Joe Burrow if they played the cards right. But nope.
That's the Dolphins that passed on Herbert and got Tua instead.
Jeez, man. I still got faith in Tua.
You can't blame him in that moment. You know, like in that moment, there's not a person alive who would have said Herbert over Tua. And
let's be honest, at that time,
he was hurt.
But still, no one said Herbert over. People were questioning if Herbert was going to be the number 6 overall pick.
And even with that hip injury, everyone was saying that.
People talked about Tua maybe could go number 1. So it's not like it's only the Dolphins.
Yeah, and that's the only problem I have. Like,
you're right.
We're saying all this stuff, like imagine drafting Tua. We're saying all of this with the benefit of hindsight.
Yeah,
that's true. 2020.
You know what I mean? I think that's unfair to Tua. I think that's unfair. Because at the time, everyone was saying, yo, Tua's that dude, even with the hip injury. You know, it's tough, but I don't know.
It's
But
pretty bad, dude.
But T, real quick, you said 10 teams that you see Zeke going to, getting traded to, and starting. I want to hear those teams because I'm very curious.
If I'm being honest, it's probably going to be 5 now because after you called me out on it, I actually thought about it. So there's literally 5 teams where you'd actually start. He would start for the Dolphins.
Okay.
I know they have Gaskin and everything going on over there, but he would start for the Dolphins.
Okay.
He would start for the Ravens, obviously, because they have no running backs.
Okay.
He would start for the.
Hold on. Who'd you say, Ron?
Bills.
No. Singletary. I like Singletary better in that passing system.
No.
But Zeke's a great blocker.
I'm with Ron.
Zeke's
I'm with Ron.
great
I think he starts because they need it, and then you use Devin Singletary half like Tony Pollard and half like a passer. But they do need a run game. Let's be honest.
You would
they
start
need a run
Zeke
game
in the Bill system?
I would.
Yeah.
I feel like Josh Allen's the leading running back. He'd get offended by Zeke. I don't know.
Right, well, that's a problem. Well,
Buffalo.
Let's be honest. Your quarterback as your number one rusher, that's a problem.
It is. But it works.
I would start him in Kansas City too.
Yep. We'll
Okay.
take him
Over
on
Clyde
the
Edwards-Helaire?
Come on.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire has not shown that he can stay healthy yet. And if Zeke goes to Kansas City,
He plays like he's injured, bro.
I know, but Zeke's.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I don't think.
But I'm just saying Zeke's not going to get 25 to 30 carries in Kansas City. He'd be a 15 to 20 carry guy and then be your pass blocker for Mahomes, and he's a great pass blocker. And
So we're essentially turning Zeke into a fullback is what we're doing. That's what it sounds like a little bit.
No.
He's a better blocker.
No.
Blocking is part of being a running back. You got to block
Yeah.
running back in the NFL.
He would be-
Especially
he
in
would
modern
be
NFL,
like-
you got to block. If
He
you
would
can't
be
block,
like
you
that
can't
last line of defense for Mahomes, and then he can still like leak out the backfield for screenplays. And you know how often Mahomes likes to use those screens to the running backs.
True.
Dump it out to Zeke and let him.
Also,
go to
we
work
all
for
know
12
So
Mahomes
far,
likes
we're
to
on
look
3
straight
right now,
downfield
though.
and throw
We're
it
on
at a
3.
yard, so you get that blocking for that.
Who else do we have? That's only 3 right now.
Yo, Ron, you got any other teams that you think Zeke
We'll
could go?
take them on LA Rams. Come on up.
Ooh.
Well, no, I don't
Not
think
over
the Rams-
Cam.
Akers.
Not over
Yeah,
Cam
that's
Akers or
Sony
Sony
Michel
Michel.
Yeah, isn't Cam Akers coming back?
Yeah.
he's coming back.
No.
I'm
Zeke
taking
Atlanta.
Zeke over Sony every day of the week.
Atlanta.
That's 3rd, bro.
Okay,
That's
Atlanta,
3rd.
sure. So,
Houston.
hold on, Ron, so even with Cam Akers back, you'll still take Zeke over him?
No, if he's back, we'll go with Cam. But
All right. So we're only on 4 right
You
now.
got Houston,
Yeah.
Okay, Houston.
Okay. I think that's it.
Chicago, maybe depending on
No.
how you feel.
David
about
Montgomery?
bro.
No way.
'Cause you got
I said,
Montgomery
I said
and
depending.
Cohen. Nah, and Cohen's coming back.
Yeah, no.
What
chance.
about the Jets?
Seahawks? Oh, Jets.
Jet?
Jets?
No, they have
Maybe
what's his face?
Seahawks,
Michael.
maybe Seahawks.
We already put Seahawks in there. That was my second pick.
Carolina,
okay.
running back.
What about Denver?
Nah, they got 2 good backs.
Yeah, they got that
Yeah.
that Johnson guy or that whoever he is now.
They have,
So,
and then-
so no?
they have Javante Williams and Melvin.
Melvin Gordon's there too. Yeah, they got 3
Yeah,
of them.
no.
So.
Okay.
So literally
All right,
5 teams where Zeke starts on that contract. Crazy.
Would
But
you
his,
take Would you take him in New England?
No.
I would take him,
No.
but I wouldn't start him.
No.
You wouldn't
no.
even take him and not start
I
him?
got Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson. Absolutely not. No, I'm chilling. I'm good.
That's
I'm
what
good.
I'm saying.
James
That's
White's
what
my third down back.
makes
I'm
so
good.
Crazy.
so his contract. So this is his contract. And this is Ezekiel Elliott's. So this year he gets paid $9 million. Next year, 12. 2023, $10 million. 2024, $10 million.
Oh,
2025, 15. 2026, 16.
oh, God. Such a
His
waste.
total value is $90 million. It's the most expensive in the league.
Mm.
Closest is Kamara, and that's $15 million less. Nuts.
I don't know how you
Henry
do it. You
half-
have to have a separate salary cap for running backs because it just doesn't make
No.
sense.
Hey, I have breaking news for everybody.
Yeah, but
What?
Uh-oh.
Jason Light of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers has come out to say that he had 2 doctor's appointments scheduled for Antonio Brown in New York following Sunday's game to place him on IR and pay him for the rest of the season. So now the plot thickens on Bruce Arians. If he knew that these doctor's appointments were scheduled, why did he do what he did to Brown?
Wow.
That I don't know. That
Has
stuff is
risen
murky, bro.
Bucks-
This is from Adam Schefter.
No, I mean if it's coming out of homeboy's mouth, for sure. I mean, I'll believe it.
Yeah, it's from
I mean, I said this yesterday. if Bruce Arians is really trying to like force him to play, he needs to get fired, and we need to blackball him out the league for a good minute, bro.
Wait, what? Wait. Hold on.
If Bruce Arians
Okay.
knew Antonio Brown
Okay.
was too hurt to play and tried to force him to play and threatened to cut him if he didn't play, he needs to get fired. If you do not believe me,
oh
T,
my
I will
goodness.
pick you
Okay,
out. So
you're right.
fast
You're
for
right.
everything.
I'm gonna start off by saying you're right. You're right.
But
But
I'm saying
number
if.
one,
I don't know if it's true or not. I'm saying if.
of course it's not true. That makes zero sense. Number one, Antonio Brown got hurt in what week? Was it like week 3?
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, just throwing out there for context, T is a Buccaneers fan.
I
So
am.
for context
And
now, this could be either the reality or damage control. It's gonna be one of two things.
definitely the latter. Look,
But I think it was week 3-ish.
no, he got hurt. That's fine. But he came back and he was perfectly fine when he played against Carolina and he got all those targets.
Yes.
100% fine.
Yes.
Right? This game, he didn't get that many targets. And it's said that in the locker room, 3 different sources have confirmed it. He complained that he didn't get enough targets.
And he was saying, I see you throwing to your boy. He was telling
Yeah.
Tom he was throwing to your boy, meaning Gronk.
Third quarter, they put the group in that he's in, and he goes, I don't feel it. I'm hurt. I can't do it. Because he's not getting enough targets, all of a sudden it's an issue. I was the biggest proponent of having Antonio Brown in Tampa Bay, but now I'm kind of seeing like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a giant issue, giant legal issue, number one. Number two, it could potentially make the league look terrible for forcing players, like you were saying, like bigging it up like it. Did you see him hop off the field when he left? Just seeing him hop on his ankle like that, I looked and I was like,
oh, did you read what he put on Instagram?
He said jogging
so
off the field is different from planting your foot and running routes. I was like,
jogging maybe is. Yeah, maybe
I was
jogging.
like, homie, I'm like, look, man, you jumping like that? I don't know, man. Look, I ain't a doctor. I know what mine is. So mine, this is your area of expertise. But I don't know, man.
The sad thing is, I think he probably gets a job next year. Sad thing is, I think he does.
I don't think so.
I think so. I think it all depends. Honestly.
If it's like the whole he was injured and Arians forced him to play, then. But if that's never confirmed,
I don't think. But I don't think we'll ever truly know.
No,
I don't think we ever truly know.
We know what it is. We can't prove it. That's why I think he gets a job next year. I think a team.
What do you mean by we know what it is?
We know what it is with Antonio Brown. Throwing furniture off.
But
damage control.
We know what it is. Antonio Brown.
It's a possibility. It really is. We'll find out. Hopefully, as time goes on, we'll hear more. You know, I think next year him playing, I think it's really up to him whether or not he wants to play.
If Josh Gordon can get 10 chances, Antonio Brown will get another chance with somebody.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest now. You feel me? If the league was out here trying to give Henry Ruggs another opportunity, come on now.
Yeah, he kind of killed someone. Antonio Brown could have killed a lot of people throwing furniture off the 12th story building or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm AB, dog, I want a ring. I'm riding off into the sunset. And everywhere I go, I'm wearing that ring, but I'm wearing it on my middle finger. So every single time I go like this, and I'm low-key flipping everybody off. Like I'm taping if I'm AB, I'm going full mental. I'm taping every finger except my middle finger. So when I go like this, I'm low-key flipping you off. That's what I'm gonna do if I'm him, bro. If I'm AB, yo, go deep, brother. Go deep. Week 18, because Amon, you want to talk about this so much.
No, I just wasn't trying to get another conversation. I was trying to prevent you from getting yelled at. I'm not worried about
if I get yelled at, if I get yelled at, I'll get yelled at.
We're already on a low because the Celtics lost. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to protect
you.
So
I'm trying to get myself up. All right, I'm trying to get up, man.
Why don't we change your name to the left tackle?
I think we can all come into 100% agreement on week 18. There is no way the Colts lose to the Jaguars, right?
Well, hold on now.
There's ways. I mean, stranger things have happened.
I'll be honest, bro. Listen, Ron, I would be with you. The Bills lost to the Jags. The Saints shut out the Bucks. Remember, Houston is on like a 2-game win streak.
The Chargers.
Yeah,
are they like on a 2-game win streak? Detroit won a game when they were trying. They beat the Cardinals.
And Jacksonville already has a number 1 seed tied up pretty much. Well, then, if they lose, I want to talk about the Chargers Raiders. I think that's Sunday night, the best game of the weekend.
Yes. What's it called? Well, on top of that, I saw
if
something.
they watch the Colts lose, do they tie? I'm tying.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I saw it and I thought that was fake until Dustin sent it to me, and I was like, you know what? Let me start looking a little deeper. And it is true.
If the Colts lose, the Chargers and Raiders can literally kneel the ball on every single play, and they both make the playoffs, and the Colts are out.
And here's the thing, I do it. I mean, let's be honest.
If the Colts lose, they can do that.
If the Colts lose to the Jaguars on Sunday, Chargers and Raiders can literally kneel the ball on every single play on Sunday night, and both the Chargers and the Raiders get in, and the Colts are out because they will have that tie.
If there's two guys we're tied, I'm taking a knee. I'm taking a knee with you. We're gonna hang out.
You're protecting your players. You're in the playoffs. It really won't matter. So it's like
because they will be 9-7-1, and the Colts will be 9-8.
Something else too. The past 6 years that the Colts have played the Jaguars, when the Jaguars were the home team, the Jaguars ended up with the win.
Oh, time to start betting.
Last year, that was the only Jaguars win was against the Colts when the Jaguars were the home team.
Colts are favored by 15 points. That's nuts.
I'm gonna say this right now.
Bills.
Yep. I was about to say so with the Bills. The point spread for the Cardinals and
Lions was 14.
Lions was 14.
Chargers were 12-point favorites over the Texans, and the Texans blew their doors off.
And yes, T, you're looking at me funny. The Lions beat the Cardinals.
Point spread for the Titans-Texans game.
So I don't know, man. I mean, so I think we're all here on agreement. If the Jags win, matter of fact, you know what I'm doing? If I see that happen, I call up. If I'm the Chargers, I call up the Raiders. I say, quick question: how you feel about just forfeiting? Like, what do you mean? We're gonna call it a tie, okay? You are gonna propose a tie. We're gonna propose a tie. Since we're both proposing it, no one can stop us. And what are they gonna do if we don't show up? They can't give us the loss. They won't give us the win either. Make it happen. Let's get in the playoff and let's see what happens. I'm doing that.
And even if they put it as a no contest at that point, they still have 7 losses, which is fewer than the Colts, so they would get in either way.
Exactly.
If the Colts lose before that game ends, I'm not sure how it lands as far as like the time the games go. But I'll tell you right honestly,
now. No, they're on. They're Sunday night.
Chargers and Raiders are Sunday night. They have the last game.
Yep.
Dude. So if they lose, I'm literally like,
the Colts is the 1 o'clock
close at the end. We're taking knees, or we're all run plays. All run plays. We're going straight Patriots.
Forget knees. You know what I'm doing? Hey, yo, how's everyone feeling today? Oh, wait.
I got COVID.
You guys don't feel? No. I'm not even going with that. You guys don't feel like it? Oh, shucks, man. I had a bad night's sleep. You feel me? My performance is horrible. Let's pull a Kyrie Irving. We're taking a sabbatical. Let's get it. Okay. We're going.
We're getting a bye week. We're getting a bye week no matter what.
Now, because every time I say Kyrie Irving, there's always a crybaby in the chat saying you're so mean to him. Who else used to take sabbaticals? Who else used to just go home for no reason? I'm pulling a T. Fuck it. I'm gonna call it pulling a T. I'm pulling a T.
And if that happens, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be shaking because they're going to see the Chargers in the first round, who have given the Chiefs every bit of a problem in both their meetings this year.
And then just for them to choke it away. So like, I don't know, man. I'm high key scared about.
If the Chargers lose to the Raiders, it's an embarrassment for that franchise. And if the Raiders win, Derek Carr needs to be in the MVP conversation. Literally leading that entire organization.
Most MVP, but no, I like Derek Carr though. The fact that he was actually on the hot seat, what was it last year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They were like, he's one of the best, easily top 10 with Lamar Jackson.
I don't know, man.
Derek Carr?
No, not Derek Carr. Oh. I'm surprised y'all let him get over. I say one thing about Lamar Jackson. Everyone gets on me. He says that if the Chargers lose, that's like, what do you say? It was a disappointment, you said?
Yeah, on the season. Because they were supposed to be way better than what they're sitting at right now.
It's a rookie head coach making rookie mistakes. They were sitting at 6-3 and were the 2 seed in the AFC at one point. He's a rookie head coach making rookie mistakes, and yet they're still in position to make the playoffs, which a lot of people didn't expect them to with a rookie head coach.
I guarantee no one in AFC wants to meet the Chargers.
No, because we've seen how good the Chargers can be when they play like a competent football team and actually punt the ball and kick field goals when they're supposed to.
I know one team who would.
Who's that? Oh my god.
The only quarterback. The only team that's got a quarterback whose name is Michael McCorkle Jones. You feel me?
Hey, just to add on to Dustin's point, the Chargers kind of have to kick the field goals.
Oh yeah.
He said, yeah.
Chargers got to, yeah. But also a quarterback who they traded Stephon Gilmore and J.C. Jackson stepping up to be a number one. An organization who literally finds running backs like I find loose change in my car.
Is J.C. Jackson really a number one?
In this system,
In the system, for sure.
Because I feel like
if you put him anywhere
I haven't
else,
seen a lot of games, but I feel like he's really hyped every time I turn on, like on on Red Phone. They're like,
he's like
one
Trayvon
of the
Diggs,
best.
keeps
I'm
getting
like,
interceptions, so you gotta talk about it.
Yeah, but the only difference is he doesn't give up as many yards.
But they're not ready for it. They're not ready for that.
They're not ready for that conversation. That's a hard conversation for people. But no, I think J.C. Jackson in that system, I think it works. I think if he wants to be a number one everywhere, that's like 3 years away. We'll find out whether or not he could be that number one dude that, like, no matter where he goes, he'll be, that number one corner.
Like Josh Norman.
You know what? I'm honest. This is gonna sound crazy. I don't think that comparison right now is too far off. Because Josh Norman, remember, Josh Norman in Carolina was looked at as one of the best, if not the best corner in the game. Left Carolina, and all of a sudden his the next highlight on his career is him literally getting put vertical by Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
He was just putting him to sleep.
JC, I think, has a little bit better head on his shoulders, though. It just feels like he doesn't get into too many antics. Yeah. That's the one thing going for JC.
And we'll see how it goes. Like, again, in that system, to answer your question, in that system, I do think he's a number one. But I'm not going to call him a number one on every other team.
And they use him smart, too. They put him on the number two receiver and then double the number one. So you're just running basically one-on-one with a number two. So it just it makes his life a lot easier.
Right, yeah. And on top of that, the few times that they put him on a number one, since they're not seeing him that much, which is why I'm saying it's still a few years out, you're not seeing him that much, so you don't know his mannerisms. You don't understand when he bites. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know this stuff as a number one because you don't really see him that much. So now it's like, in the talent discrepancy between him and the elite receivers, it's not a massive gap. You know what I mean? Like, of course there is one, but it's not enough for them to just do like a half lazy move and have JC bite on it. So
he's a product of Belichick, basically.
Basically, yes. That's exactly.
Which is not a bad thing. It's just,
No, it's not a bad thing at all. It's not. I hate it when people say, "Oh yeah, you're a product of Belichick. That means you're not good." And I'm like, I don't think that's fair. But New England, we could get the number one seed.
Wait, this week?
Yes, we actually can.
How's
we
that?
actually can.
Everyone
I don't play with my emotions like that.
No, I'm being serious. I saw it.
Explain.
So we need to win.
Okay.
Oh, we can. Oh my god.
And because if we win and the Bills lose, we win the division.
Okay.
So that automatically moves us up. Then if we win, I think the Chiefs need to lose and the Titans too.
No, and the Bengals need to lose.
And the Bengals.
We hold the tiebreaker over Tennessee.
So
we're the same.
Yes.
All right. So basically, you're not getting the first seed, is what I'm hearing.
Everyone needs to lose. 1 through 4 needs to lose.
Fair enough.
I think it's possible. And
No,
now, if you're going to tell me to bet my money, I'm not betting my money on it.
Yeah, who the Chiefs play again?
Wait, I'm sorry. You guys play the Dolphins, right? Patriots?
We play the Dolphins.
It's going to be a tough game in its own,
guaranteeing
man.
the Dolphins win that game.
I don't think so.
It's snowing. It's
90%
snowing
sure
up in New
Dolphins will win
England.
that
It's
game.
snowing.
It's snowing, bro.
It's in Miami.
It's a win.
It's in Miami.
No, it's not in Miami. Is it in Miami?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
it is in
It's
Miami.
No?
Oh,
It is in
no,
Miami.
our first game was home.
Our first.
It's in Miami.
Oh,
I almost
in
you know
Miami
what?
we
I take it
suck.
back. I
No.
100%
Wait, that was
guarantee
Tom.
Miami
That
wins
was that was
game.
that was Edward Patrick. We got
There's
McCorkle.
something
We got
else
McCorkle.
too. There's something else too. Chiefs play the Broncos, a team that the Chiefs have beaten the Broncos for every single game since 2015.
Nate, please just let me have this
2015,
one
the first
glimmering moment of hope,
the last
please.
time that we
Let
won.
him on live. Let
Come
him
on.
live.
You know what? I'm calling right now. You know what? I don't care. I don't care if I'm wrong. I don't care if I'm wrong.
Oh, my Wi-Fi did me like that.
Yeah, and Titans, Texans. Titans has the easiest road to the playoffs.
Who did the
Derrick
Titans
Henry's
play this
probably
week?
gonna get like
Titans
5 to
play the
10 snaps.
Texans.
Yeah, they played. No, I disagree.
Yeah, it's over.
I don't think the
And-
Titans have the
And
easiest
I
road
mean,
to the playoffs.
Cincinnati's already said they're not
Hey,
starting Joe Burrow. So I
remember-
mean, Cincinnati can easily lose this week because they're not starting Burrow, they're not starting Chase or any of their main guys.
Or
So
Mixon.
yeah, Cincinnati can easily lose because of that reason. But Kansas City has to play for the number 1 seed. Tennessee's got to play for the number 1 seed, and Buffalo's got to
And-
play for the division. So outside of Cincinnati, every other team that New England's chasing has to play all their starters because they still have seeding on the line.
And on top of that, let's also think about it with the Bengals, the Browns. Yeah, they also have a couple guys that they ruled out because they're getting surgery and whatnot. So it's like, I think
remember
everybody's
something.
kind of just
Remember
like,
something. The first time the Texans and Titans played, Texans won.
Miracles do happen, though, Nate. Miracles
nah, but
do
T,
happen.
on all actuality, like we need miracle upon miracle
Upon miracle. Upon miracle. Hey, we need 4 of them. We need
We
all
need
of
so many
all of
miracles,
Santa's
bro.
Christmas presents to come at one time. Like all of the
100%.
4 futures, they had to come right now.
And
It's gonna
100%.
take back my Xbox. I got you. We'll
I'll
switch
be
it.
honest. I do think the best we can move up to is the 4,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
maybe the 3, maybe.
I think
Maybe.
we're gonna have to start acknowledging the fact that we're gonna have to think about a Tennessee Titans Super Bowl. It's nuts.
I don't think so.
But Derrick
Because
Henry
Tennessee's
coming back,
number
it's
1.
more plausible.
Listen, Tennessee's number 1. Like, let's say I'm going with the assumption that everything stays the same.
If
Kansas City and the
Henry's
Bengals are
back
gonna have
in
to fight
the
it out.
first week of the playoffs, I say it's going to be Tampa Titans.
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, you think Tennessee, a wounded Tennessee, can beat the
I said
Chargers?
with Henry back in the first week.
No, I don't know if I don't think he'll be. Will be. Oh my, I can't even talk. I don't think
Where
he
you?
will be.
He's
He's playing.
what? He's
playing
gonna
on
be
Sunday.
playing Sunday.
Derrick Henry's playing on
back.
Sunday.
I
They
easily
say
think
that.
he wins over any other
They
team.
say that until all of a sudden something happens. I'm not gonna believe it until I see him on that field. Because again, it's kind of go with K-Maker. How many times they done said K-Maker was supposed to come back? For a couple weeks now, he's supposed to bend back, and then as soon as it starts, he never comes onto the field. So I'm gonna take that same thing with Derrick Henry. I'm not.
Derrick Henry does not look like he's playing this week. He's been set to resume practicing. Tennessee has 3 weeks to add him to the roster so he can play. There's no way he plays this week. With the bye week next week, if they get home field, he gets an extra 2 weeks off. He's only been cleared to practice for 2 days. There's no way he's going to be ready to go.
With a situation like this. I'm not going to trust
I
it
think he
until
gets
see him
5
on
snaps.
that field.
Wait, I'm sorry. Which team do you guys trust in the AFC?
None of them.
What?
AFC feels like really finicky. Like it just there's
Nah,
no-
I don't think finicky.
I'm
No
gonna
way.
go on a limb. I'm gonna go on a limb and say this. I think Cincinnati might take it.
Oh, they're so inconsistent though, Nate.
Way
They're
too no
so
way.
inconsistent.
No way.
They can compete with any team at the same time. They can lose to any team.
Same thing with the Chargers. Way too inconsistent.
Yeah. They're just
They're too
way
young.
too
I mean,
inconsistent.
I guess
Right now, the only team I full blown trust.
Kansas City's the only one I can think of.
That's it.
And I
mean,
still don't
maybe-
even trust Kansas
and
City.
I don't
And
know. I
I
don't
would-
trust them this much this year as I have in the past. But if you look at the rest of the playoff teams that are there and who their quarterbacks are, Kansas City is really the only one you can trust
Right.
because this is going to be their 4th opportunity to get to an AFC Championship game in a row.
The thing is, I don't trust
Now-
Mahomes anymore. I don't trust Mahomes.
Tennessee has been in big playoff games the past 3 years, right? They're
Yeah.
proven they got some experience.
But they also
Ron,
blew a
it's the Henry
17-point
factor.
lead against Kansas
It's the
City
Henry
in the
factor.
playoffs.
By the way, yo, Gritty Yuki, holla at me when your team clinches a playoff seed, bro. When they clinch it, holla at your boy. Until then,
Talk
keep
to him, Pride. Talk to him.
I'm just
Talk to
saying,
him.
I'll be honest, bro. I do trust the Patriots.
I
and
don't.
I do,
I don't.
only because of Bill Belichick. I will say
Yep.
that.
We can't
That's-
beat an
that is
NFL
the
team.
only-
We can't beat an
a
NFL
little
That is
bias
the
here.
only-
A little
And
bias.
again, if you want to say bias, that's fine. I'll take that.
You trust the
But-
Patriots more than the Bills?
Then the Bills in the playoffs.
I would say yes this year
Yes.
because Buffalo's went
Can't-
way
they
back
can't
this year
run.
compared to where they were supposed to.
But
be.
Yeah.
only because Buffalo, their one glaring hole in their game, they refuse to do anything about it, and that's the run.
Yep.
Mhm.
They figured
But
it
I
out
don't-
though.
But they have it though. They
Will
have.
they continue it though?
They have
That's my
that.
concern. Will they
Five
continue
spread.
it? Like, will they continue it? Now, if they continue, and another thing I didn't like, Devin Singletary, I think had like 24 touches. Their second leader was Josh Allen. I don't like that when you still have Zach Moss.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't use Zach.
Yeah, I'm like, you got two capable running backs that
In
can
the
give
Tampa
you
Bay game,
enough.
they did not give the running back one run.
None.
And before halftime, not
No,
one handoff, and you're sitting
No,
here.
man.
That's the only thing that
None.
Tampa's been giving up. As soon as they hit it, they started
Yes.
coming back, and it's like, what's going on?
And it's weird, man. It's so weird. So I don't want to say I don't trust. Someone said, surprise. Do you trust to put the ball in Mac Jones' hands to win your playoff game?
No.
No chance.
I actually do.
Oh my.
I
trust
do because I trust him because the reason I say I trust him is because, you know,
Bill
He'll make the
Belichick's
right
not going
play.
to put him in a position to fail.
yeah. And of course you do need to accept the Bill Belichick role in this because Bill ain't gonna put this kid in a position where he's gonna have to do a Herculean
Yeah,
effort.
tie game on the line. If Mac Jones has the ball, Bill Belichick's going to put him in a position to get the team into a field goal range and kick
And
the
that's
field
it.
goal. He's not going to make Mac Jones do anything too much.
Right. If it's like 30 goal from the 20, I'm not gonna say
You're handing it off. You're handing it
Yeah.
off to the center of the field to make it a straight on kick. That's what you're
And
doing.
that's it. And that's it. So if you that's also what I'm saying. Like Mac Jones, he's not gonna try to do too much. And Dustin, you hit it around the head. Bill Belichick isn't gonna force him to do too much either. So now when you get that combination, would I trust them? I would. Because on top of that, you need to understand that who's watching above him, Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick ain't gonna let him do whatever. You know what I mean? So if you combine all that, would I trust him? Sure. But I'll be honest, more of that trust is coming vicariously through Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Like I trust him because Bill Belichick is basically the guy who's steering the ship.
And if they fall behind by multiple scores, that's kind of when you probably
You're
not
thinking
going to
start
trust.
airing it,
Yeah,
now
that's when you're not going to trust him.
just to get him confident in the experience and all that.
You have to like make sure New England keeps the game close to give Mac Jones a chance, because if everything is close and within one possession, that's when Bill Belichick will put Mac Jones in a position to win.
Right. Exactly. So someone said who's gonna get the playoff jitters in the AFC?
Cincinnati.
I don't think
LA.
so. But maybe.
We're gonna be calling him Lemon Booty Joe.
Do you not like Joe Burrow?
Do not disrespect.
I love Joe Burrow. He's in rap songs. Can't hate Joe Burrow, but he's gonna get lemon booty. He's gonna get in a big moment. And the Bengals, like we've been saying, they're inconsistent. They're gonna crash.
But I don't think that's AFC jitters though. I just think that's just a young team who needs it. Kind of the same thing with the Chargers. Like they're just, you know what I mean? Like, go ahead.
What's
I guess
AFC jitters?
Like when you get
Honestly,
into
I
the
could
playoffs, and all of a sudden
I
you
could
feel
put
like a
Kansas City. I could put Kansas City in this conversation too, because everyone's expecting them to be back in the Super Bowl, and if they get a team like the Chargers in the first round, who they don't match up well against, and lose. I mean, you saw how they looked against the Chargers both times. They did not look well, and they were fortunate enough to win that second game because the Chargers left too many points on the board.
Yeah,
And I said a month ago.
First round.
And I said a month ago that game against Kansas City was going to cost the Chargers a division title and a possible playoff berth, because if they lose to the Raiders, not only do they lose the division, but they're out of the playoffs altogether. They win that second game against the Chiefs, they're in the playoffs right now with nothing to really matter on Sunday.
Chargers are the Ben Simmons of kicking field goals.
I think it's Tennessee. I think Tennessee would.
Are you saying it because of like the number one seed and having like that week off kind of?
All that week off. You don't know whether. I mean, probably Derrick Henry does play, but what if Derrick Henry can't get you over that hump? And there's going to be times that they need to make that, Ryan Tannehill needs to make that crucial throw. Does it work? I think maybe it's Tennessee.
They're not going to need Derrick Henry to beat the Patriots in round 2.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Yes, it will.
I disagree, brother. And if you say that, you got to get that hate out your heart. What's your favorite team?
Rams, baby.
Oh, you a Rams boy? You got to get that hurt. You got to get that hate out your heart, baby boy. I understand that Tom Brady, him being there, is going to effectively eliminate you out of any type of Super Bowl contention.
And
I understand you hate Tom because he was. I understand you hate Tom Brady because he was with
We're
the
competing
Patriots.
for third place. It's okay.
You got to get that hate out your heart. You got to get that hate out your heart. You got to get out your heart, baby boy.
I've always
just
been on this.
acknowledge that y'all gonna beat Buffalo, but y'all ain't beating the Titans. That's just where
I think we can without Derrick Henry. With no Derrick Henry, I like our chances.
I think
Now,
you
with
guys
Derrick Henry,
With Derrick Henry,
you guys can beat the
with Derrick
Titans,
Henry, I
and
feel
you
like
can't
a
beat the
chance.
Bills. Again, no chance.
I think
You
we
said the
could.
Patriots aren't beating the Bills?
No,
I
they
think-
can beat
I
the
think
Titans, but they cannot beat the Bills.
I think we can.
I think if the Bills are able to throw, we can't beat the Bills. If they can't
You
throw, we'll
have
beat
to-
the Bills.
yeah.
If it's 54-degree winds, we'll beat the Bills. But other than that,
You guys gotta win. The Bills got to lose. You guys need that home seed to beat the Bills.
no, I'd rather play the Bills in Buffalo. To be quite frank, I'd rather play the Bills in Buffalo because the weather suits us in Buffalo more than it suits.
When you said
Buffalo.
Bills and Buffalo, you mean Bills
Yeah.
then Titans?
I always forget the Patriots are like 8-1 on the road this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Buffalo likes to throw the ball, so if you get the windy conditions like you had that first time, New England's going to run it, and Buffalo's still going to refuse to run it, even though they have Josh Allen.
And that's why I'm saying that's why I don't trust. But and this is a dude who I thought it would be that Buffalo would get to the Super Bowl. I really did. Like my original prediction was the Bills. Oh, I'm sorry, it was a rematch between Tampa and the Chiefs. Then a couple weeks in, I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna go Bills and Rams. And now, I don't know. I'm going back with the rematch. I had a week where I was hoping and praying it'd be Patriots gets to the Super Bowl, so Tampa Bay can get there, so that way we can get that rematch on that stage. I was hoping for that. I didn't think it would happen, but I was crossing my fingers hoping for that. It's probably not gonna happen now.
Now that you're on the topic, does everybody still have their original Super Bowl pick like possible to happen yet?
Yep.
Yeah, I went back to my original. I think it's gonna be a rematch.
Tampa and Indy.
Tampa Chiefs.
Yep.
I would love to see Tampa against the Patriots, though. I feel
So
like 2 weeks leading up to the actual Super Bowl,
Right?
like, the
Wouldn't that be
storylines would be
interesting?
insane.
So everyone's got Tampa in there so far. Right?
My original pick, I don't.
What do you
My
have?
original pick, I don't think is going to happen, but it's still possible. Colts, Bills. Colts, Rams. I don't know why I said Bills.
Oh, that's a tough
Hey, I have
one.
Colts Tampa, so we're half there. We're half there, Nate.
I had
Tampa has the weapons. As a Tampa fan, I already see it. We already have the weapons to be able to replace the people we lost.
He obliterated Tampa. I think it was like week 5, and it's looking like we're going to get home field against them in round 2. Rams
Wait,
versus
are
Tampa.
you-
If Week 5 decides the season, then
you're a
Patriots
Rams
are
fan,
winning
Ron?
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
a
not worried
Tampa.
about the
We had
Rams.
this conversation.
I'm not worried about the Rams at all.
I have Chiefs, Rams in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I know one thing that's going to happen for a fact.
I love how no
Aaron
one has
Rodgers-
Green Bay. Hey, you see how no one
Championship.
has Green Bay? That's the crazy
Nope.
part to me.
Don't.
They're
believe
going to. Aaron Rodgers is going to lose the NFC Championship again. It's what he does.
I don't think he loses the NFC Championship. I think he loses the first playoff game.
Divisional.
You know what?
That's my hot take.
Go
That's my
off,
hot take
Dustin.
right
Talk
now.
that talk.
Dustin, who are they? If everything remains the same,
Hear
who are
me
they
out.
scheduled
Hear
to
me out.
play?
This is why I'm going to say it. Who are they going to get in the divisional round if everything holds true?
Okay.
If everything, hold on, let me because I got the
Dallas
Bills.
is going to Green Bay. Mike McCarthy is
Ooh.
going to Green Bay.
I
The
take Dallas.
emotions that is going to have in that building.
I would take
I think
Dallas.
Aaron Rodgers is going to try to one up Mike McCarthy to try to prove to him that, hey, I'm better off without you than I was with you. I don't trust Mike McCarthy as a coach, but
But you don't just as a coach, but
No.
he'll come in and beat Aaron Rodgers
no,
in Green
he's
Bay.
not going to beat Green Bay. I trust
Aaron
Micah
Rodgers
Parsons.
would be
I trust Micah Parsons against that offensive line that's been playing with a lot
Against Aaron Rodgers. You trust Micah Parsons? What's next? Trey Day's gonna pick him off 8 times.
Just because you watch this video again, I need you to
why did
actually
the New
link
Orleans
me
Saints
with you.
beat
I'm
Green
agreeing
Bay
with
in
you.
Week 1? Why did the Saints beat Green Bay in Week 1? Because they
Pass
got
rush.
pressure on Aaron Rodgers. If Micah Parsons
There was
can
a
get
whole
pressure
multitude
on
that too. It wasn't just the pressure.
Oh, I know.
And the
But
thing
if
is,
you
not
can
just
get-
Micah Parsons. The Cowboys have a
Yeah.
bunch of pass rushers.
If you can get
Randy
pressure on
Gregory.
Rodgers and force him to throw, Trayvon Diggs is going to make plays. Yes, he's going to give up big plays also, but he's going to make plays in that secondary. Dallas also has
Trayvon Diggs is goaded, man. He's
Dallas
better than
also
Deion
has
Sanders.
a two-headed monster in the running back committee, and Green
Goated.
Bay is the worst team when it comes to defending the run. Dallas can control that game the way the Packers don't want it to be
No,
controlled.
they can't because Dallas doesn't want to run the ball.
I know they don't want to, but I think they will against Green Bay because they know it'll work.
So timeout. Now they'll run the ball. Now. So you're telling me Buffalo now will run the ball?
If you look at how they played in the playoffs, even last year when Buffalo was there, they ran the ball more come the playoff time than they did during the regular season because of the elements. Dallas is going to realize that going to Green Bay in the middle of January, they're going to have to run the ball and not throw the football. Mike McCarthy might not be the smartest head coach, but he's smart enough to know what weather is like in a Green Bay home game because he's been in that situation many times. He's going to know what it takes to win a playoff game at Lambeau because he's done it.
Dustin, I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right.
He has the personnel to do it.
No.
It's a matter of can he
He's
do it.
won hold on. He won a playoff game in Lambeau, correct? That's what you're trying to say, because he won a Super Bowl, correct?
They did that all on the road.
Right. Now let me ask you a question. Okay. So but you're saying that he won one home playoff game, correct?
No, he's won more than
No. What I'm saying is because he won at home, he knows what it takes, right?
Yeah, he knows what it takes in the element.
Can I ask you a question? Who's his quarterback?
Rodgers.
Do with that information as you will. Ain't no way they're gonna do it because everyone said this. He did not coach anything. Let's be honest here, bro. He was just there. Why do you think they got rid of him? They rid of him, got Matt LaFleur, and all of a sudden they look better. Matt LaFleur's actually coaching. Mike McCarthy was there.
No, I agree with that there. I still like Dallas's chances against Green Bay. I do.
I hope, Dustin, you're right. That would be
I would
so
love
jokes.
that matchup in the first
That would be
round.
so jokes.
Oh, I guess second round. But
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know.
If Dustin's right, he's coming back on here. Probably he's coming for your head.
That's fine. No, you can. I don't mind. Please understand. I want all the smoke. I don't see that happening whatsoever at all because I cannot trust Dallas further than Zeke can run.
Well, do we remember what happened the last time the Dallas Cowboys were in Green Bay for a playoff game?
The Dez Bryant catch.
Oh.
That game is over in Dallas's favor.
And no. The game is not over because let's say there was a touchdown. There's like 2 minutes on the clock and you're giving the ball back to Aaron Rodgers. So let's not pretend that if he catches the ball.
No, because I don't think they ruled that a touchdown. I think he's ruled down at the 2 instead of the touchdown, which gives Dallas a chance to basically run out the clock from the 2-yard line.
But they didn't need a field goal.
They were down 4. But I'm saying they had 2 minutes to score from the 2-yard line, and the Packers were out of timeouts. Dallas could have ran that clock down as far as they wanted to go before they put it in.
Wait, Ron, did you actually give your Super Bowl picks? I'm making sure everyone has it on tape just so I can come back and revisit this.
By the way, just let you know, I'm going back to my original. I think.
Wait. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it now.
Go ahead. I'm just saying Tampa.
Say yours.
I'm going back to my original. I think it's going to be Tampa and the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to come out of the AFC. I think if it's not Tampa, maybe the Cardinals. But I don't want to be on the fence. I gotta commit.
Hopkins is injured, right?
All right, I'm on. Go ahead.
Hold on, real quick, Ron. Say that one more time.
Hopkins is on injured reserve, right? He's not playing.
Yeah, he's out for the
season. He's supposedly supposed to come back for the playoffs, which is why I'm kind of on the fence with them.
He cannot play the first round, though. I don't think.
Yeah. When they activate him, there's some time. So which won't matter.
They're going home.
They're done.
Ooh, no, because they'll actually hold on.
So they would get Dallas in the first round, and they just beat Dallas without him.
Yeah, I was gonna say they'll play Dallas.
And Kyler Murray's undefeated in Dallas.
They're not going to beat Dallas again.
I think they will. But Ron, go ahead. What's your Super Bowl? What's Super Bowl pick? Come on.
Chiefs Rams.
Oh, I thought you said Houston. I thought you said Houston Rams. I almost had an aneurysm. All right, Chiefs Rams. Okay.
How do you?
You know what? I think the Rams have a legitimate shot.
I don't trust the Rams, dude. I've seen him struggle against terrible teams.
I trust them more than the Cardinals.
I do not trust the Rams.
But they're now running the ball more. Mm-hmm. And that was with their glaring hole. Now them running the ball, I think now they're becoming more dynamic. They're becoming more of a threat where now you can't just play the ball.
Do you think it's more so what you're seeing on the field or the potential you see in them? Because I feel like you're like, that's
the only reason. That's the only reason why I picked the Rams is because I have Dallas beating Green Bay. If Green Bay beats Dallas, I don't see the Rams beating Green Bay because that's the one mental block that Matthew Stafford and that Rams team can't get over.
I got the Packers in the championship game.
So yeah, if Dallas loses to Green Bay, I don't think I'm going to pick the Rams to beat Green Bay. But if Dallas beats Green Bay and the Rams get Dallas in the NFC Championship game, I'm picking the Rams.
At home.
Yeah, I'm
gonna go ahead and say Tampa Chiefs.
No one's talking about Tampa.
I had Tampa Indy. My preseason pick was Tampa Indy.
I wanted to make sure everyone kept their same energy.
I'm going back. I'm gonna go back. It's gonna be interesting we're gonna revisit this topic because right now things are loose. We're gonna revisit this next Friday. So we're gonna let all this week go, so that way we have the actual final things, and then we'll go from there. And whatever you say next week, if you want to change your mind, feel free to change it next week. But once it's confirmed and put in stone, I can't change it.
Now,
So Dustin, you're gonna have to have a conversation with yourself and think: are you really gonna trust Dallas and Green Bay? You're gonna have to have that. If that's the major.
No, I'm sticking with my pick, Chiefs and Rams.
I'm
I've
with
been that
Dustin
way
on that
since
one,
day
too.
one.
All right.
I'm with
That's
Dustin on
fine.
that. I take Dallas over
You know,
Green
you
Bay.
got to do that. Ron, you have to consider: do you think the Rams can really come back and beat Aaron Rodgers? You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to have a conversation with myself because I need to find out if D-Hop is really even gonna play, because that's gonna matter a lot. I need to figure out if the Chiefs are legit or not, because I don't think they are. Honestly, I don't think anyone in the AFC is legit. That might be a hot take. Y'all might disagree with me, but this year I don't think the championship is coming to the AFC.
Mm-mm.
I think it's going to the NFC.
I think the sexiest Super Bowl. I actually was rooting for this one. Patriots Bucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I was just telling him. I
Yeah,
would love to have that.
Patriots, Bucks, or Packers and Chiefs, so everybody can get Mahomes versus Rodgers.
Yeah.
That has yet to happen.
But who cares?
No, but like it's like the
Media
two
cares.
great talents. That's the
Media
media.
cares.
outlet.
No, but think about it. Think about it. When is the last time you've ever heard, man, Patrick Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers would be lit? No one ever cared about that.
They would if it was a Super Bowl, though.
No way. No,
Really?
Pat's Bucks would be crazy.
That
it would be.
insane.
It's not going to happen. Matter of
It's
fact,
not.
you know what? You know what?
You can't say it. Three
Pride,
games.
don't change it. Pride, don't do it
Three
to yourself. Don't fall into the trap. Don't do it.
It is a trap of mine, and I know
Pride.
it's a trap, but
Pride,
it's
it's
so
a Patriots.
enticing,
Lamar
man.
is yelling at
Do
you.
it.
Patriots win the
Do
division.
it.
It's a trap.
The Patriots
Do it.
win the
It's a trap.
division.
Hold on,
Pride,
hold
then
on.
you can think
Dustin, go
about
ahead,
it.
Dustin. Go
Sorry.
ahead,
If
Dustin.
the Patriots win the division this weekend and get that home game over Buffalo, then you can rethink about putting the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Let me wait till next year. Not next year, next week. Let me wait till
Next year, Pride. Next
Let's
year.
see what happens.
I'll say one thing only to all the Patriots fans out there. No rookie quarterback has ever been to a Super Bowl.
Okay, and my
Okay.
uncle, and my uncle has never been arrested. Doesn't mean he's not a criminal. Like there's a first time for everything, Nate. God, there's a first time for everything. All right. And Michael McCorkle, I almost said it, Amon. I almost said it. I was this.
Pride,
close
don't
to
do it
that
to
con.
yourself, bro. I'm already in the Indy hole, man. I already picked Indy to do this whole thing. I did that preseason. I said, you know what? Carson Wentz is going to return to MVP form, and it's just going to go ham with Jonathan Taylor.
I'm sorry. Did you say MVP form?
What? But
Preseason. This was my preseason pick. I didn't say now. I said
Oh.
in the preseason, I
Yeah.
said he's just going to go off and Frank Wright offense, Jonathan Taylor offensive line, and they're going
Don't
to
be
get to the
mad.
Super
We all
Bowl.
make mistakes, Amon. It's all good. All
Hey,
good.
if they still get to this, they can still get to the Super Bowl as long as they don't knee out there in Vegas and LA.
All right.
We
I'm gonna
still-
pretend you said playoffs, not Super Bowl. I got you. I got you.
Listen, man, like I'm telling y'all, bro, I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait patiently. I'm gonna be a good noodle. I'm gonna be calm, cool, and collected. I'm gonna wait till next week to give my final verdict when it comes to the New England Patriots. Okay. And by the way, just throwing it out there. Whatever I say next week, if it's anything positive, assume biasness. All right. Let me just throw it out there. Assume biasness. Okay. Because if we win and Bills lose and we clinch the division, I'm going off on a tangent. I just want everyone to mentally prepare themselves. I'm going on a tangent and saying how we are Super Bowl bound and the dynasty's going to pick up right where it left off. He's like Mac Jones is better than Deshaun Watson. Who needs him? Keep him out the league. I'm going to go buck wild, bro. So understand, take this with not a grain of sand, but a whole truckload. A whole truckload dumping on it.
It's Sandman coming over here.
Yeah, 100%. It's the Patriot stand in me that's gonna come out. I just want to throw that out there. But when it comes to the NFC, dog, I could see 4 teams coming out of it with legitimate chances.
It's kind of the same thing in NFC, though.
No, that's what I said. The NFC.
Oh,
But
I
the
think you said
AFC,
that.
it's just, yeah, like I said, whoever comes out of the AFC is probably gonna lose. Let's just
If Rodgers doesn't finish it off this year, do you ever see him getting back?
Yes.
to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. 1,000%.
With whatever team he's on next year, maybe.
I
Yeah.
think next year's his final legitimate chance.
Honestly, it depends on what team he gets to.
Yes, because that's what I'm saying. Like, if he stays with the Packers, he's done. There's just no There's no. This is it. Like
Put him on the
I believe
Browns.
there's a chance to pay
My
this.
goodness, the league's in trouble.
Maybe.
It's over.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Put him on.
Denver.
There's a bunch of teams. You put him on like Denver.
You put him on any team. You put him on any team that made the playoffs this year. If you put him on any team that just missed the playoffs, they're instant Super Bowl contenders, regardless where he goes.
Really?
That's for years to come, not even just instantly.
Because they're saying he might go to Miami. Well, then you give him Jalen Waddle. You got Devontae Parker, Devontae Adams. Chances are he would follow Rodgers to Miami.
Yeah. So now you have a solid 3. You got Gesicki, who I like him as a running back, and you have Gaskin.
Yep, you send him to Denver, which was the talk last year. You got KJ Hamler, you got Cortland Sutton, you got Jerry Jeudy.
At tight end.
You got a good running. You got a good running duo
backs.
there. I'm pretty sure if Adams wanted to go to Denver, they would find a way to make it fit over there and trade somebody away if they had to.
Yeah, no.
The Adams and Rodgers thing are going to be linked together because I have a feeling if Rodgers leaves, Adams follows him wherever he goes. And that right there is instantly going to make whoever he goes to legitimate Super Bowl contenders there because of that reason.
Franchise tagged Adams though. Can he go? Or he stuck?
No, he can't be franchise tagged. No.
That's why they want. That's why they were trying to extend him.
They franchise tagged him last year so they could re-sign Aaron Jones. So now Devontae Adams is going to hit the market now, so they want to re-sign him, but. Like I said, it's all dependent on what Rodgers does. If he goes,
my guess is Tampa wins it this year. Tom Brady retires. Aaron Rodgers joins Tampa, and Tampa starts a dynasty. Just so you guys know.
What?
Unbiased.
A guy 2 years younger than freaking.
Wow.
That old dude. How does Aaron Rodgers look older and more defeated than Tom Brady? Success, man. Success.
Because he lives in Wisconsin.
And that's
honestly, it's because Aaron Rodgers, game is hard.
Rodgers and Adams, I remember, posted that last dance post before the season started.
Yep.
What'd you say, Ron?
I do, yep.
I'm just remembering that they both posted the last dance post before the season started.
Yeah, earlier, yeah. And but honestly, I don't know, man.
Might be Super Bowl for him.
LeBron. Okay. All right. Get it together.
Just a turnover.
We should take this down to South Beach.
You want him? You want him? Bro? Oh, FedEx 24-hour delivery, brother. No, I call him LeBron because him and my daughter, when they get mad, they like flop, right? And since I'm a LeBron James stan, I feel like I'm allowed to say this. So when they cry for no reason, I call them LeBron. And like my daughter understands why I call her LeBron. So like when I call her that, she stands up and then throws herself even harder. Like yesterday she got mad because she wanted fruit snacks and I wouldn't give it to her because I was like, yo, you already had enough and it was late. So she was like, I was like, get up, LeBron. So she got up and like flung herself and hit her head on the wall. And I was like,
she committed heavy. That is awesome.
She was like, look, man, if you want to say I'm a flopper, here, take me to the hospital. She tried to like break her skull. I was like, whoa, I'm like, yo, chill out, B. I was like, you got your fruit snacks. You got it. I'm like, you got it. I'm like,
give her the MVP trophy.
Yeah, bro. Oh, don't hold on. Don't use this opportunity to disrespect LeBron. Don't do that. Don't do that. What team are you? You're Miami Heat. You're Miami Heat.
Oh yeah,
damn.
Only the best team in the NBA.
Then he woke up. Jesus Christ.
The mimosa's hitting a little bit different right now.
I'm saying, bro.
Oh, this snack is gonna be awesome.
See, what's your last name?
Majikwa.
Majikwa?
Majikwa.
Mahosa Majikwa. Mimosa Majikwa. Let's go.
That's gonna be your name the next time you come on this show, right there.
Mimosa Majikwa. I'm gonna change it right now.
Oh, you're gonna change it? Bet. Because I was going to.
Brad was like, "How do I spell Majikwa?"
I was just about to ask him. I had it up. I was about to ask him. How do you spell your last name? Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Mimosa Majikwa. Let's get it. We're not. Yeah, I'm not leaving until this is done. Swear to God, We're not signing off. Mimosa Majikwa. Let's get it. Let's go. Hold on.
There it is.
Hold on. Nah. Synonyms for being drunk.
I could give you that. You need help.
Nah, bro. Well, I'm Googling it. I'm stupid. Let's do this.
Right.
Tipsy Tea. Let's get it. Tipsy Tea, Mimosa Majikwa. Let's get it. That's your full name from now on. Oh my God.
Wait, did the Hotline Blue crap too? He said Tipsy Tea.
When T's drinking, that can only mean one thing.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. Y'all don't know about, you know, I ain't even gonna hold y'all, bro. In the
It's
studio, I
Tipsy
be
1 or 2 P's.
1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's awkward.
But yeah, now me and I'll be honest, bro, me and what's it called, my boy Mac Jones, bro. All the you know, all the bars I got, I learned from old McCorkle, bro. McCorky M, that's what we call it.
Corky M. Wow.
McCorky M, let's get it.
Money
Oh,
McCorkle.
man.
Money McCorkle.
Nah, no McCorkle. Nah, McCorkle. That's what we call. That's the professional way I refer to him. It's like, hey, what's up, McCorkle? He goes, yo, what up, G? He calls me G and everything too. And all of a sudden, I'll be like, hey, yo, you ready in the studio? Hey, yo, McCorkle M, McCorky M, let's get it. That's my dude right there. Jesus Christ. Oh man, I needed this. I needed this laughter because the Boston Celtics get me so depressed, bro.
Oh my god.
I might have to take my talents elsewhere, bro.
Bro, I would
Anywhere
blame
but
you.
South Beach. Anywhere but I'll be a Detroit Pistons fan. I'll be a Detroit Pistons fan before I even think about being a Miami fan.
Wow.
I will give up sports. I will give up sports in its entirety. I will never
You
be a
got
Miami
so
fan.
much room left on this bandwagon. Just consider it.
Never. Bandwagon to where? Destruction? Self-destruction?
To Heroesville.
Heroesville?
Heroesville. It's a
Yeah,
little
y'all
place
needed
to
a
go.
hero when Jokic put paws on your man's, dog.
Wow.
Come
Hey,
on,
do you
bro.
guys
Just
remember
pull
that
it back.
block in the bubble?
Brian, come over to
Best
Chicago.
block
We
of
got
all
the door
time?
open.
Matter of fact, you know what? I might. I'm gonna tell you certain. Yo,
Dustin, that's enticing, bro. I'm just
enticing. I might move to Chicago. Don't play with me.
I'm just saying.
Boston,
I'm
get it
just saying.
together. Boston, get it together, bro.
You might
I
lose
have
two.
a
You might
lot of
lose 2 and
snow.
1 right here.
They have a lot of snow.
No, listen, man. I used to live in Connecticut. So,
Okay. So you've
Yeah,
seen a
and when,
lot of
'cause,
snow. A
bro,
lot of snow.
I enlisted in the military. I went for the Navy, and they sent me to Great Lakes. Right. I've never in my life seen such bipolar weather before in my life, dog. In the span of a day, we woke up and it was like 80 something degrees. And all of a sudden it rained and it was just freezing like mid 30s. Then it snowed. Then it turned to hail, only for the sun to come back out. And I look at the clock and I swear to God, it was 2:30.
Put this into perspective. T. I live like 30 minutes from one of the lakes in Wisconsin.
Okay.
November 6th of last year, it was 84 degrees and sunny. By 3 o'clock, it was 41 degrees and raining. By 7 o'clock the next morning, it was 18 degrees and snowing.
Wow. Dude, I feel so spoiled because it's 72 degrees right now. And we literally have our winter jackets. I have my Uggs on that I haven't worn in like a full year. It's just, I feel so spoiled right now. So
Yeah, when I went to Florida, I literally went out there and it was like 70 something. And I was sweating, and they got their sweaters. They're like, "Hey, you're not cold?" I'm like, "Cold? Gee, what are you talking about?"
we literally have
I'm
5
like-
days a year we can wear our winter gear. So let us be us.
No,
I
I let y'all be y'all, but I was like, "Yo, y'all call this cold?" I was like, "I could live here."
I went to Myrtle Beach last year in middle of March, and Myrtle Beach was in the 40s and 50s, and you have everyone down there wearing winter parkers, and I'm out there in shorts and a t-shirt. I'm like, this is
Yeah,
nothing.
I'm like, "What are y'all doing? Y'all
40
good?"
degrees.
40 degrees in Myrtle
My
Beach.
freezer doesn't even get that cold. That's
Yeah, I was on like shorts and a t-shirt. Everybody else is in a park. I'm like 40 degrees in the middle of March. This is nothing for me. I'll take that any day.
Wow. Yeah, no.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Built
was
different. Built
funny.
different.
We'll hang out here. We'll hang out here.
Oh man. Well, this has been another episode of ASAP in the morning. Amon, Justin, old Tipsy J, Tipsy T. I said J. I don't know why. Old Tipsy. That's gonna be your studio name from now on, by the way. And Ron, appreciate you guys being here, having some conversation. Nate, thank you for being here as well. Always a pleasure. We'll be back here on Monday, not tomorrow. Monday, because it's Friday.
Can we plug our show before we sign off?
And I promise I was gonna do that.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
was gonna segue into something beautifully, but I'm not allowed. I'm never allowed to segue. Justin, Amon, the floor is yours, gentlemen.
Yeah, so starting next Friday at 2 p.m. Central, Amon and I will be starting a new show on the ASAP network called ASAP Recap. Basically, we're going to recap the week in sports for every topic that is missed, everything that we liked, and kind of just look into the weekend ahead and the week ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. ASAP recap. Make sure you tune in 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central.
Oh, and what days is it?
Fridays.
On Friday.
So it's going to be every Friday?
Every Friday at 2 p.m. Central. Yep.
Every Friday, 2 Central. 2 Central, 3 Eastern. LeBron. Russ, stop turning the ball over.
80, stop getting hurt.
Jesus. TT, make a 3. Being LeBron right now has to be so frustrating because you're on a horrible team that's performing horribly, but it's your fault.
Wow,
So it's like
don't do that to LeBron.
Monday.
Whole GM card, right?
Monday.
Whole GM card. He picked the team.
Monday. Monday be
right
here, and we'll go into that conversation. But until then, it's been Pride on behalf of Amon, Nate, Dustin T, and Ron. Again, make sure you check Dustin and Amon show every Friday, 3 Eastern, 2 Central, ASAP recap. We'll be back here on Monday, 10 Eastern, 9 Central. Until then, y'all know what to do. Be safe.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.